She'll be my butterfly. But I guess there's some things just not meant to hold. Guess if I love her, let it go. I guess if I love her, let it go. Make sense of this, there ain't no making sense of that. And hoping is just hoping when we don't know the word. Want you to run so far, yeah, and fly so free. I've never felt so stuck in between. At the end of the day, just won't you say it's your mistake? I guess there's some things just not meant to hold. Guess if I love her, let it go. Guess if I love her, let you go. Let you go. Let you go. Let you go.
Well, welcome back to Live on Patrol. So glad you could join us. This is, I guess we'd call this a Thanksgiving marathon.
Yeah, 3 nights in a row.
Oh my goodness. Well, the coppers got to do it like 5 or 6 nights in a row, but
Right.
it's always a little harder on the weekend when you got family obligations. And thank you for coming back and joining with us. Appreciate having you there. We got a number of things going on already. We just had another shots fired call. Been several shots fired calls here today. Nobody struck at this point. But we do think there was a house struck or something down near.
Yeah, in Virginia, I believe. Virginia and Thomas.
Virginia and Thomas. So
Early this morning, a woman was mugged and robbed at Rice and Orange. About an hour and a half ago, someone was a suspect threatened to have a gun and forced them to withdraw money from their ATM. Don't have a lot of details on that one, unfortunately.
yeah, I guess they during their Concordia Western, Marshall Western, they forced them to come with them, right?
Yes,
Go to their ATM.
correct.
Yeah. And there's a couple more stolens. There was a stolen from Minneapolis, city of Minneapolis, that the squads were chasing. I shouldn't say chasing. Looking for down in Highland Park. Apparently, it was casing houses and stealing packages. That's the other thing that's big during the Christmas season, of course, is stealing the packages.
Porch bandits. Did you say it was a stolen car?
Yeah, it was a stolen car, and I'll
29.
here.
Can you start a new
There's
number?
the
We'll be at
plate there,
Virginia and Blair, Charlie Uniform Whiskey 512.
Put it on our list of.
Yeah.
Copy, Virginia and Blair 2117.
By the way, that Yukon that fled from Roseville yesterday was, and we tried to catch up with on 94 unsuccessfully yesterday, was spotted again on the east side and pursued briefly, and they lost it again.
Which vehicle?
That SUV Yukon, the one that came out of Roseville was chasing.
Oh,
last
sure,
night.
sure.
I got the plate on that here somewhere too. We should because that'll pop up again. And apparently the Impala has not been found, but remember the Ford Flex taken from the Lifetime?
Yes.
That's been recovered.
Okay.
So, what the Impala has not. So, we are
7825 house traffic.
southbound on Arcade in the city of St. Paul.
7825 over.
So, hey, if you think of it, if you wouldn't mind, please share this with your friends. People never are sure when we're coming on live. And I know they appreciate being notified by their friends.
Squad 3921 and 3923.
Someone go for both.
For a 911 hang up within the block of 2680 to 2740 17th Avenue East. It's within 25 meters. Transferred from Washington County.
We're trying to get
Sounds of
some
crying and
details
asking
on
for
that
help
stolen.
over the phone, along with sounds of someone arguing with someone.
I don't know if you're... Okay, good.
Thank you, 2119.
Got one more sec here. Plate down.
Squad 3923 update. Per phone history, looks like the address for the caller is 2726 17th Avenue East. Unit B is in Bravo 1.
And that,
corresponding to a comp named Angelina Burris.
Sonata, was that what it was? What was it called? The one that...
The one that,
on the east side?
2119.
that hit and ran that car in front of
Yeah.
us?
What was that?
That
Sonata?
was...
I can't remember car names. You got my phone. What are you using?
No. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I think I used your phone. I thought I was using mine to send the
that's
message.
fine. You know why you thought that? Because I got a new screen protector
Ah.
today. I went to T-Mobile to get that other phone activated for the 5G, and I got a new screen protector. So now my phone looks remarkably like yours, because
It really does.
Mine looked like a piece of junk. And that was how I could distinguish my phone.
So that car is a 2010 tan Toyota Corolla VST. I'm not familiar with that. I'm going to have to look that up.
In a little bit, we are going to give you an update on last night's pursuit in the suburbs, where one of our deputies, Andre Rongich, found a car that had everything you could imagine as far as criminal activity. And
It's what, 2400 on County Central?
go ahead. Channel 2400. Go ahead.
I copy your stolen hit. Just checking your status.
No, just confirming the make and model on that stolen. Thank you.
Copy. 2121.
Well, I don't know what a Corolla VST is, and neither does Google.
23.
So there might have been a typo with the state.
Copy 2121.
But it is some type of Toyota. Well, I ate another Thanksgiving dinner this evening. I think I might be Thanksgiving dinnered out for a little while now.
Yeah, there is that. Well, I finished off most of the dressing when I got home last night. I told you I was going to do that.
Yes, you did.
Dressing, and for
Well-
that matter, most of the turkey.
Well, you're talking about it made me make a plate
Yeah.
when I got home too. I wasn't gonna, but I did.
Yeah.
29, how's traffic? Go for it. Code
That's
421.
pretty cool that the dispatcher saw that we ran that plate
Yeah.
and checked on us. It's very
Yeah,
cool.
that's a good safety factor. Just in case you're out in the field and you run a plate, dispatcher can, the little red light pops up and lets them know that we're at run a stolen. And we were just running it to just check on the make and model so we know what to look for. I should probably say so Pat knows what to look for. We are eastbound on Minnehaha. Eastbound on Minnehaha.
And she stated that the shots she heard, they came from southwest of location. I'm pretty sure that this is related to the shots that 189 is in. And can you super please?
Happy at 2123.
I think it's a 4-door sedan. From my.
Okay.
Somebody sent me something.
Corolla 4-door sedan. And the plate is... we'll hold on to that.
I'm going to go back. I'm going to pull over here because I want to go back. The one that I really think is going to be roaming around tonight is that Charlie Tango Papa 448. That's that blue Yukon.
Oh, that's the one they saw again today.
Right, yeah.
Where did they see it today?
East side, I don't know.
That's the dollar squads on the shots fired.
On University.
A caller saying that he was driving near the intersection of Blair and Western when his vehicle was shot at by 2 males in a gray
Can you put us on that
clothing.
front
A silver BMW sedan with the hazards on. They got into that vehicle and went northbound.
2124.
Compass 4 bullet holes in his vehicle and it's at 524 Dayton, apartment 2.
Well, there you
So
have it.
silver BMW fired shots.
2-way copy.
That's 2124.
Well, we're on the east side, but we'll probably
187.
turn around here and slowly head
187.
the other way.
It seems to where
We'll be en route to target at University for female.
the bulk of the activity is right now.
Dark blue Yukon, though, or black, or I think it's dark.
Cabin route 2125.
I think it was black.
Yeah,
The one we thought we saw on 35E last night.
yeah.
Yeah. Somebody sent me a private message this morning. It says that was a Yukon you saw go by you. So
Oh, they could tell. That's good. Well, we're gonna. There's a Silverado, but
white.
white one instead of a black one.
Bravo 466 COT. Bravo 466, have a good night.
What else have we forgot to mention here at the start? Oh, I want one of our analysts, Joe Miller. He's working tonight from home, and I want him to fill us in on everything that was found in that chase car that was stopped last night in Roseville.
That was that, for a reminder, that was that black Audi.
So, Joe, if you can give us a ring. Otherwise, text Pat the information that you got on all the details there and his crim history. The guy, you know, was certainly you knew that he was fleeing. You heard that last night, but he had a DOC warrant as well.
That's a warrant.
I'm gonna wait till Joe. I'm gonna force. There's Joe Miller. Joe Miller, our
I
analyst.
believe we're going to be on a stolen vehicle, 604,
Hang on, Joe.
November, Golf X-ray,
Hang on.
Sure.
Edgerton, Nebraska.
Edgerton, Nebraska.
That's right.
Multiple
behind
people getting out of the vehicle going towards the wheel.
There we go. That's the same car.
Copy,
that-
10-3 at Edgerton,
same
Nebraska.
house. Joe, we'll call you back.
Sure.
But
That's the same vehicle as what?
the same house. Remember that house we sat at Edgerton, Nebraska? Where
Yeah, the very pleasant young men.
Yeah, exactly. So they're behind a stolen. Edgerton, Nebraska.
It sounds like they're getting out of the car.
Oh, good.
And if they go into that house, there's going to be I think they'll have problems with the people inside.
385, 2 in custody. 1 fled from us eastbound from Edgerton Wheelock.
Right there. That's the house. I don't think we were live, and then I stopped at the house at the northeast corner there in Nebraska.
They all got out of the vehicle at the same time and flocked together, unknown which one was the driver. Do we have a description of the party that fled?
We see it for responding squads. Check the area here.
I hear sirens.
385, all I have right now is black male. I believe he's wearing dark clothing. Fled towards Parkway from Edgerton. Copy. Party that fled was a black male wearing dark clothes, fled on foot toward eastbound towards Parkway.
Might have gotten right around the back and in the house.
Do they want a perimeter? Affirmative, if you could set up a perimeter from the east from here.
Unfortunately, if we can't identify the driver, we're not going to set a perimeter.
A copy. If the driver is unable to be identified, a perimeter cannot be set up. 2129.
Well, we can set up a perimeter, we just can't use the dog.
Right.
The perimeter is always okay.
625, can we have the next responding squad head to the suspect vehicle and give it a good once over, see if we can find anything in there?
Clear.
365, we're almost on the scene, we'll check it out. $21.29. 869.
It's the same way I would have gone.
Well, hopefully it bears fruit. If he doesn't run into the house there, he's definitely going to have a hard time finding shelter. Because it's a really good, solid neighborhood up here.
Yeah, it is.
And not a lot of people are going to offer him shelter here.
If he starts trying to hide in yards and get in garages, people are going to start calling in.
Yeah, but we're assuming most of the squads are familiar with that house there. There's been drive-bys at that house there on occasion as well.
Someone who likes to do drive-bys frequents the house.
We're not really driving that fast. It's not as if, although there may be a squad behind us, it's not as if this is at this point a life-threatening emergency, but
280, I'll call the
we still would like to apprehend the
we
suspect.
got shot at code of this.
280 copy at
385, the only thing we got on this guy is that the left driver's name is Mushu.
Mushu.
Know him?
Joe, I've heard the name. Joe Miller might know him.
385, a copy. Burns, aka Mushu.
Our analyst that was on the phone. Joe
Sorry,
Miller.
that are looking up the driver is a Charles Burns, aka Mushu.
There
2131.
it is.
It's Joe Miller is an expert on
1179 Summit for the alarm. Residential audible covering the porch.
Joe's an encyclopedia.
Both squads en route at 2132.
He's incredible.
encyclopedia of criminality. Well, what should we give him a name? It's like instead of Britannica, we'll call him Cremanica. He's encyclopedia Cremanica. We turned our lights off here just so we don't
361 King Semi 385 call.
run into or scare off the fleeing suspect.
Copy 2132.
So we don't know if the squads have really flushed out this side of the street.
Right there.
Looks
We gotta take a look around the cars here, huh?
like there's people out there.
Affirmative. Charles Burns is going to be our alleged driver at this point.
Olight? We got an Olight?
Sure do.
Is anybody in that car? The second one to the right there? No. Yeah, he probably was running in here.
Yep, just had to go right around to the side and in.
Joe, send us everybody that hangs at this address here at 470. What's it? 473?
575.
575. That's what it is. Well, I'm betting he ran in here. Yep, people are in there. We're looking for what? Charles Burns?
Mm-hmm. Should I ask if they come out?
Well, you're always welcome to ask. I pretty much, I'm like the great Karnak. I can predict the answer. Just see how good you.
Spots 163, 162.
How good of a
Clear
bullshitter
for the
you
alarm
can be.
company. 163, copy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's kids that live in that house.
Also black male with long
Nothing more refusing
Yeah,
to leave.
no.
Third squad with us.
Hey, Gene, I gotta let you go though. I know. Yeah, we know the family, but
Make my call in AWI, clear a report. Put me out on this traffic stop.
32134.
280 to squad from the shots fired.
Copy, 2134.
Of Western
yeah,
and
this
Blair.
house has
Would be
been
the
shot
best
up.
space for casings.
Copy what I said that the gunshots came from the southwest corner of Western and Blair.
Yes, sir.
Joe, what can you tell us about this house that you and I have stopped at here up on Edgerton in Nebraska? You know?
So are you at 575?
Yep. That's what. Who are the? Yeah. You know who that Mushu is? Has he been hanging here at all?
I'm not sure if he's been there recently. I know he had stayed there in a known house in the past. I don't know how active it has been lately.
Yeah. Well, remember they got shot up here last year at the house, and just trying to figure out if he ran inside the house rather than running through the neighborhood. So I'm assuming
I do know there was something that happened there just a little while ago where several gang members were at that address recently.
Yeah. All right. Well, while we're here, we're kind of driving around looking for this guy that fled. They got two, obviously. Can you give us the update on the guy from last night?
Sure, absolutely. So, a fugitive was taken into custody, and I'm not sure for your viewers or audience, but there was a chase or a pursuit last night, just after 11 p.m., and a DOC fugitive was taken into custody, and a gun was recovered, and nearly 2 pounds of suspected meth,
Wait a second.
and $5,000 cash.
So
recovered.
In that car, that guy that fled, there was how much meth? 2 pounds?
Nearly 2 pounds, Sheriff.
2 pounds. A gun, and his crim history.
3-5, if you're still in active 10-3, you can cancel it.
Talk a little bit about the warrant that he had, too.
He did have a DOC warrant, and from what I can tell, it's for drugs with a parole violation, which means he violated the terms of his release from prison. And he does have 11 total prior felony convictions, and most of them are.
What's his name? What's his full name?
His name is Kenneth Crawford, and he's a 35-year-old male.
35.
625, I'm pulling up 385, what's your 20?
Why don't you give us what his previous convictions were?
625, you're on one.
Go again, Sheriff?
Give us what his convictions were for. His 11 previous felonies.
Yeah, so most of his 11 prior felony convictions range from several drug-related offenses, from drug first degree, and second degree, third degree sales, theft, and fleeing police in a motor vehicle.
And obviously, he must have a CSC conviction too, if that's his probation, right?
You know, Sheriff, I heard about that, and I not seen that. I did hear something like that, and I did not see that when I was looking earlier today. But I did hear about the CSC.
Yeah. All right. Well, great. Thank you. And if you get any more on Mushu and any other addresses that he might hang out at, text us those addresses.
Will do, Sheriff. Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Joe. Thank you very much.
See you Monday, Joe.
All right.
Bye. Bye.
See you Monday, Joe, when you help me with my accident report.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. We are not going down there if that car is there.
First one doesn't belong to that house. It belongs to a neighbor.
Okay. So we'll tool over to the west sector. For those of you that are new, I'm sure there's 6 frequencies that we monitor in Ramsey County that are in use. 3 of them in the city of St. Paul, and 3 in the suburbs of St. Paul. And if you haven't listened before, my name's Bob Fletcher. Thank you for joining us. I have the pleasure of serving as the Ramsey County Sheriff here in the county that houses the city of St. Paul, our state capital.
187.
And also is here is Pat, introduce yourself.
I was busy communicating with one of our other analysts.
Well, I'll talk. We have a longtime police officer that retired a few years back. Came back to work as an analyst. His name is Pat Scott. We worked together in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. And well, I guess all the way through the early 90s too, in different capacities.
Yep.
And
we've been told we must have been partners for a long time. Actually, we worked near each other. We never actually worked in the same car when we were with St. Paul, but I think we pretty much have the same work ethic, the same outlook towards the job, the same outlook towards community relations. And I'd say we rather click rather well.
I want to credit those other cops we worked with. The style that we have, I think, was prevalent in our era, right?
Oh yeah.
And I think
Absolutely.
it's still a lot of cops that just like getting out and talking to people and solving their problems.
They just don't have as much time to do it.
Right. I mean, do we enjoy catching people that need to be caught? Absolutely. That's always one of the driving forces.
Absolutely.
But do we like helping people, turn their lives around so they don't stay in crime? It's a 3-pronged approach: prevention, intervention, and suppression. And you have to have a heart for all 3 if you're really going to be successful. Hello.
187. Copy code 4. Yeah.
Yes, who's calling?
Negative. Copy. 2141.
How are you?
(378 to 361). How far out are you? No, 2
Appreciate that.
I'm at Arcade.
All right, well, I got to let you go. I got a lot of things going on in here, but call me.
That was strike 2.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Sorry about that. Strike 2. Have a good night.
So funny.
Somebody said, "Swear to God, Pat is an alias for Jesse the Body Ventura." Well, I gotta tell you, Jason, you've never seen me in person.
No, but I like that metaphor. We were talking about Tommy Boy. I suppose you didn't watch it yet, right? The movie.
No, I would have had to pay, and I wasn't sure I could stay up through it last night.
I'll see if I can rent one from Redbox for you.
No,
But the thing is, someone sent us a picture of us. Did you get it?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, the photograph from over at the church.
No. Oh, someone sent a picture. I think. Thank God I got to be David Spade and you were Chris Farley.
Now that would be a more accurate representation.
I don't know where it is. My wife showed it to me this morning. Someone said that they put our heads on the top of Farley and David Spade.
Make sure you send that to me. That's hilarious.
No. Pretty funny.
Somebody was asking, is 2 pounds a large amount of methamphetamine? It most certainly is. It is a huge amount.
Huge.
Very rarely do we come across someone transporting that in a car.
And if you got a gun with that, that's federal time.
Yep.
So it's put on
He
top.
was a very, very serious, dangerous offender. And unlikely it's ever we'll know for sure, but there's a strong possibility he was the same person involved in the gun pointing over on English and Larpenteur.
Yeah. And on that point, and Pat and I were talking about this earlier. Anytime you have a gun pointing incident and the victims are not fully cooperative, it generally means they have a reason for not wanting to be cooperative, and that is there was some
Alan Dayton 408 Whiskey November Golf.
Some fact that they didn't want us to know. Right?
Very true.
And so, the conclusion is that maybe there was some type of transaction taking place there that was illegal, and a gun was displayed involved, which happens with great frequency. Usually we don't even get the call. Yeah.
And with him having 2 pounds of meth with him, there would be great incentive for a ne'er-do-well to want to rob him of that meth.
A lot of people driving Chargers lately.
Where did you get notified of that call from?
Which one, Arcade?
Yeah.
Oh, just on the radio.
Oh,
I could even be mistaken, but this one's on scan, so I think it.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
So we're on 3 on that one, and I'm on 1 on this one. Okay.
Eastbound on Maryland from Rice Street.
Okay.
Might have heard the wrong. Well, let's roam down Jackson.
Applications out of the west of Western and Blair, 2146.
Casings found with that Western and LaFawn, Western Blair shooting. I did go out to one store this afternoon.
Squad fact in.
For shopping. 2 stores.
First, I'll be giving a courtesy ride to an adult female for my location to Wheaton Hospital. Starting mileage is 91843.
Okay, 2147.
But if you shopped at Best Buy Rosedale today and you were in the curbside pickup line, my condolences. You may still be in the line.
Could you make a stop by there?
I was at the Dick's Sporting Goods next door, but the Best Buy line, people were lined up. They only let so many in at a time.
Uh-huh.
They were lined up, a couple dozen, maybe more. But the cars were lined up around the entire parking lot, and I would estimate the pace that there's probably 50 cars in that line, and the pace they are moving at is probably no faster than 3 or 4 minutes per car.
Oh boy.
So I think you'd probably there for an hour and a half, 2-3 hours.
That's crazy.
So
Glad I stayed home.
yeah.
Squad 162.
Well, we just got notified of a call earlier tonight. I never heard this one.
CAD with 187.
But at the Speedway at Rice and Wheelock, a man that the business has had ongoing issues with came into the gas station with a gun and fired it into the ground. Don't have any more details on the man or the incident, but you never know when a serious incident will occur.
The Winter Carnival, like whenever I see that Capitol, reminds me of previous clues for the Winter Carnival treasure hunt. You used to have to line up stuff, the cathedral, the Capitol, and I wonder if the Winter Carnival treasure hunt, which is generally end of January and first week in February, wonder what they'll do with that.
I wonder.
It's outside, but you know, generally people are far enough apart until the last day.
Yeah, that last day gets...
They might have to get clever and think of a way that they can have an electronic or a virtual. They could have a virtual treasure hunt.
Right. That might be tough though, because it's a lot of people know the general area.
Right.
To get the specificity.
Maybe we could have the medallion with us and then not tell people where we are.
There you go.
And they could try to figure out where they were.
Yeah, we won't give our locations that night.
Give our locations. Well, if you're part of the Pioneer Press newspaper, we're volunteering to help conduct the first Winter Carnival virtual treasure hunt.
And we just turned west onto University Avenue from Jackson Street, coming up on Robert. You can see the Capitol there in the middle left of the screen.
A lot of enjoyment over the years being part of that Winter Carnival.
You go with 163.
You'd be an ideal guy to search for the medallion. You know so much
White male 20,
of the history of the town and county.
Their hands hanging low. And another white male, 20s, 5'7" to 5'8". They're near a red Taurus on scene. License Charlie Delta Lima 366. Charlie Delta Lima 366.
162 en route.
162.
Well, for those of you new viewers, as I do with my traditional welcome, we're just going to take a quick peek at our state capitol once again. Beautiful St. Paul, Minnesota. It looks a little bit, doesn't look as well lit up as lit up. It's beautiful.
No, it doesn't.
It's got a little less light on it tonight or something.
We've got a full screen image of it. It's beautiful.
State capitol there. Our governor is Tim Walz. We have a House and a Senate that are split. Republican control one and Democrats the other. But no doubt we have a gorgeous state capitol here.
I take exception to that, viewer. I think St. Paul is a great town.
What'd they say?
They said this was a bum town. Yet it most certainly is not.
Where are they from?
365 negative visual on our side.
New York City.
Where's 162 at? Thank you.
Squadron says 435 Dorothy Day Place, higher grounds on a theft. Cop has history of PIC calls, but saying a male in 307 stole her phone and is going to go stab them. No answer on callback.
We'll put this one on one here. Head down to the list.
525. I can advise I've dealt with this party multiple times.
Hi.
Okay, 2154.
So we're westbound on University Avenue, coming up on Rice Street. So this one's on one, right? What are you on then? Are you on?
I'm on 3.
Squad 510-23.
Perfect.
Okay, 2165.
Definitely see a difference in the traffic on a Friday night with the closures of the bars and restaurants only being able to do takeout.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet, relatively speaking.
What color was that Corolla? Because that's a Corolla. Get the plate here. Why am I not seeing it? DZE829. I've got it in my messages. Not it. 256 UWE.
It's an older gentleman.
You know, it's funny how your at least my mind doesn't recognize my age. I'll look at somebody and say, older guy?
Yeah.
They'll be 10, 15 years younger than me.
Well, it's because we look young for our age.
Well, there you go. I like your outlook.
I think it's probably the case that, by the way, we're in Frogtown now.
Area where both Bob and I worked for a number of years.
Not too far away from where the shots were fired. Some casings recovered here in Frogtown. But still got some great people down here. And, we again, it's just a small percentage that cause so much trouble for everybody else.
And that tower you're about to see on the right there in the screen, that's St. Agnes Church and School. My son Jesse went there through junior high. Then he transferred to the first graduating class of Arlington High School.
Oh,
He wanted to be on the record books for football.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a sure way to do
How many
it.
years was Arlington actually a high school? 'Cause-
You know, not many, maybe 10 total,
yeah,
I'm thinking, if that.
yeah. Faith Lutheran Church. We're actually going to do some partnerships with them here. Not with the church per se, but with some nonprofits that are working there.
There's that door over on that truck.
Still working on that. Somebody's yelling to us. Hopefully it's friendly. Hello? Are they behind us or what?
I don't know.
162.
Delta Zulu Echo 998.
162.
You want to check it out real quickly?
Yeah.
POA with 163.
You put your lights on so they know
Copy. Squad's clear.
it's
2150.
not a car
Somebody
prowler.
doesn't come out there? Yeah, good point. Good point. I'll back in here, but
Okay,
there's a car here with the door open on the side.
181 traffic. 181. Highland and Cleveland, 313 November Hotel Kilo on Highland. Copy on Highland at Cleveland, 2159.
Got every piece of equipment in this car you ever need. Just keeping track of it's the issue.
One code 4 on the stop. 181 code 4, 2201.
So if you're on Facebook, I know that when you have questions about who we are, what we're doing, you can get the answers from the Facebook commenters and the backseaters that have been riding with us for several months. But if you're on YouTube, you probably have a lot of questions. And feel free to send your questions, to text your questions to 651-448-3810, 651-448-3810.
Bravo 244 EOT.
It's very difficult to get to all of them in the course of our duties, but if you have something you just can't figure out. But we are in the city of St. Paul. We're in Ramsey County. It's the second, population-wise, second largest city and county in Minnesota. Of course, a lot of debates about police practices, about police staffing. how large a department Minneapolis should be, how large a department St. Paul should be. So we're right in the middle of the same debates that are taking place nationwide. And part of our goal, one of our big goals, is to give the public a sense as to what's happening on the streets, what type of job police officers do, and for them to get to know that
510, you can change this call to an assist citizen.
for them to get to know that
516 and
most cops are just regular humans trying to
Copy 2203.
serve the public and be out here. It's not
Exactly.
it's not, you know, you're not spending most of our time arresting people or using force. Most of our time is just helping people.
Exactly.
So trying to build some trust back
Case number
after some of the
817.
obstacles that have been thrown in our place.
Copy.
2203.
208.
208.
There's our light rail. We're on University Avenue.
208, we changed the address of this call
Where our light
to
rail spikes.
Western and Blair. And then, like I said, the casings are found on Blair, just west of Western.
Copy 2204.
So the casings and the shootings were on Blair Street, just west of Western.
21. 208, I'll be 10-8 as well.
And Blair is
21.
six blocks north of
Stop
University.
sign CAD marks to 189. Copy 2204.
I guess some folks have a different definition of Black Friday than us.
You lost me there. Maybe that's good.
That's a shopping day
Yeah,
for us.
yeah.
And some of the bad guys, I guess it's a shooting day.
Oh, there's that. I thought, you know, the thing is, it's generally 2 days before Easter, too, right? I mean, when
That's Good Friday.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Good Friday, but it wasn't a Good Friday. It's when Christ was crucified. Yeah. Well, one thing I know about Fridays, it's every other one is a good one.
That's right. And today was one of the every other ones.
That's right. That's right. Payday. Payday.
Always nice to log into your
Yeah.
bank account and
Yeah.
see that deposit.
Yeah.
369.
Yeah, and very thankful. Thankful for all of us that have jobs. Should be thankful, I guess, compared to some of the people that don't.
369.
Well, that is rather cool. I am.
369. You can go to 4.
I just got a message that the Royal Canadian Mounted Police are watching right now. Some members, some constables from their fantastic organization.
Well, we got to thank them because in our younger days as cops, when our officers, 2 of our officers were killed, Timmy Jones and Ronnie Ryan, they came down.
Bravo 5.
Yes, they did.
The mounted police came down and honored our officers.
Bravo,
In fact, I
5,
know you've done that. Those guys have done that several times. And on occasion, our St. Paul Police Department returned the favor. But there's nothing like having the Royal Canadian Mounted Police at a funeral down here. It gives them some extra dignity, right?
Absolutely.
And actually, I think we have pictures of Timmy Jones's son riding on one of those horses, right?
Right.
And then he now is a St. Paul police officer. It's an amazing legacy. So thank you, you guys. I have a horse. I would be riding a horse, but it's too cold.
109 traffic. 189.
Horses have not been kind to me
University
over the
in
years.
Virginia.
So I do not have a
020
horse.
Romeo Mike pop up. Copy University in Virginia at 2207.
What do you think that is? Look, you see that just popped up on your display there?
Yeah, I don't get that.
The report that it's going to be 10 degrees warmer tomorrow. Does the phone know what we're talking about? Is that the thing? We're talking about how cold it is, and the phone sends us the weather report for tomorrow.
Traffic. 21. Cretan and let's go with Juliet. Bravo Uniform Hotel 002 Blackford Edge.
Alex.
Cretan and that crossroad again.
Julia.
We're at Jefferson.
Oh, Jefferson.
Copy. Cretan and Jefferson 2208.
Yeah, they put extra squads down in Highland Park since they had that uptick. And last night they had a great arrest of a guy with some burglary tools. 2 nights ago, they had another guy that was believed to be a burglar. So they've been doing a good job of scooping up the criminal element down there. And again, I mentioned there was people stealing packages today.
Sorry.
So we're at University in Hamlin. Headed eastbound right now.
21 code 4.
Usually there's some good snow on the ground by now, but thankfully we got good conditions.
Near 50 degrees tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah. Calm before the storm, I fear.
We gotta stop at the Rice and Penn though, because I have nothing to. I have no Mountain Dew, no Diet Coke.
And I need a fresh Mountain Dew for sure. Oh.
Well.
You know, one thing that doesn't often enough in my mind get shared?
What's that?
Like if a blue car gets stolen or a green car gets stolen. I want to know the shade of blue or green too. Is it a forest green? Is it an aqua green? Is it a navy blue? Is it a sky blue?
Well, I'll pass that on.
Please do.
I'm mostly looking at the numbers. General size, shape, and then
Right.
plate. You know, I'm pretty good at remembering plates. Yeah, when Timmy Jones. Well, I mean, obviously we're not going to relive that story, but you know, you know that Ronnie Ryan was killed by a slumper, called in some
961 Hawthorne Avenue East in motor vehicle
called slumper up there at Sacred Heart Church.
2000 Honda Civic, or excuse me, Honda CRV, blue color.
Shot as he went returned to his squad car, and then of course as
northbound Forest from that address. No further perspective though.
we got another stolen from up in Como, St. Anthony
Squad
Park.
163.
Of course, Timmy and his canine pursued and found the suspect. Fortunately, the suspect shot Tim, but he also shot his canine.
2087 Scudder Street on a fresh stolen within 5 minutes. Taken while it was running.
Where's that?
2017 Toyota Camry, license Bravo Romeo Bravo 387. Again, Bravo Romeo Bravo 387. Possibly headed westbound on Scudder.
Well, that St. Anthony Park part of our town is Tangletown. There's only a couple ways in there. One is through Raymond from the south, and the rest is Como from the west and Como from the east.
292 Bates Avenue.
We're going to head up to Como.
Female who's intoxicated is banging on the caller's windows.
We're going to head up to Como.
Is that the CRV?
No, this is a Toyota. I'm not.
5'8",
The 2017 Toyota. This one here. Bravo Romeo Bravo 387.
And that is a blue 2000 Honda CRV.
For the registration.
The Hawthorne stolen.
2213.
Yeah, we just had 2 fresh stolens, one on the east side and one over in St. Anthony Park. So since we're on the west side of town, we're going to go see if we can.
West, 2087 Scudder Street, 2017 Toyota Camry, registration coming back gray, Bravo Romeo Bravo 387, possibly westbound from the address. Information at 2214.
That is a CRV, I think. I'm not sure.
I'm at arcade with that stolen vehicle, Echo Zulu Whiskey 321. Asian male just kind of driver's seat.
What do you say?
Copy. 10-3 at the Holiday.
The Holiday on arcade.
Vehicle, Echo Zulu Whiskey 821.
321 10-8, you can send me that.
No, it's not. That's a van.
361, car's taken
I don't know what I was seeing about.
On Cottage. Highway speed. I'm not chasing. It's all dark though. Looks like it's coming up to force right now.
We are going there. East Arcade and Cottage.
Is that the CRV?
Copy approaching.
Yeah. They're
Eastbound Cottage approaching Forest.
They will not be able to get out of there quickly.
361 actually going northbound on Forest. I'm still not chasing. I'm still back at the Holiday. They might be trying to get on to Wheelock to go either east or west.
Or north on Arcade. Alright.
Copy. Vehicles northbound Forest. Not chasing. I'm following. Maybe trying to get on to Wheelock.
It's not good. The Opticom here is clearly not working.
614, send me that, please. It's going to be an Asian male, skinny build, medium length hair with a black hoodie. And I see it now, it's going northbound on Arcade.
Yep.
Still blacked out.
That was northbound Arcade from where? From Wheelock. It's still blacked out. I'm still at the Holiday. Just watching.
2400. Can you pass on the stolen information that's going north on Arcade from Wheelock?
Copy it.
Copy, 7.
So north on Arcade from Wheelock.
Copy. Cancel 10-3 at 2216.
Could immediately get off on Larpenteur.
Dakota Squad looks like east is behind a stolen vehicle. Northbound Arcade from Wheelock. It's going to be Minnesota license, Echo Zulu Whiskey 821. Comes back to a blue Honda CRV. Information 22.
Northbound Forest from the Hawthorne Avenue area.
And then up to Parkway and back into town.
Whiskey 821 again.
Or out around the lake and into Maplewood. I wouldn't think you'd stay on 61.
Information for squads on a vehicle that just fled from police officers. Blue 200 Honda.
2160 pursuit.
There we go.
There we go.
That's
Go ahead.
Mark Suki.
Westbound Larpenter from Edgerton. With that stolen.
Larpenter from
Copy,
Edgerton.
contact one for 2160. Westbound Larpenter
What's
from
it?
Edgerton. 27.
Okay, he's either going to get on the highway.
Yeah, we're going to wait at the entrance ramp and
Yep.
see what's
Speeds are 70. Light traffic. Eastbound coming up on 35E.
Or we'll wait right here.
Eastbound approaching 35E.
Westbound.
161.
Yeah. All right.
471 Lynn.
Yes, Adolphus.
Past Adolphus.
Westbound from Adolphus.
30 minutes
Westbound
ago.
from Adolphus.
Westbound.
They are requesting
That
medic.
champs.
The suspect should be
I don't want to commit there if he's going to turn south right away.
I believe this means the suspect is in the room on the same floor. I'll try to confirm that.
Where are we now, Marky?
The suspect name, Robert Jones, 40 to 50 years old.
Westbound, clear for their car on Wright Street, speed 70. Westbound, left into approaching race.
He is always finding stolen stuff.
Well, he listens,
Passing race.
he listens
Clear
to
right.
the radio. That's the beauty of it.
Copy, passing race.
So,
Westbound, Lavender from Marion, speed 78, light traffic. You see the helicopters up? Copy. And I'll take assistance from any second offer. Received. Ramsey County patching with LTAC 3 for a vehicle pursuit. 2218.
I'm going to go there.
It's going to be Minnesota license, Echo Zulu Whiskey 821, blue Honda CRV. Westbound approaching deal.
Shoot, I don't have 3 on this radio.
3 or
Westbound approaching deal.
did you say LTAC he's taking?
Yeah, he said LTAC 3.
134. Just making sure you're still in rapid
It'll
talk.
stay on Central anyhow. It's just patched, but he'll always be on.
608. He's got turn. Still westbound.
So we're a mile. We're on Maryland. We're a mile south of him.
I'm at the door now.
We're sort of paralleling on a main street. Obviously, we were headed that way, and then he jumped on. But
Westbound to Victoria.
the odds are he'll come back into the city. It's just a question of where.
2372, I'm trying to get sticks it up tomorrow morning in the area.
Westbound now. Victoria. Westbound Victoria. 5 Lexington.
So we're about a mile south and a mile.
Westbound from Lexington. Westbound to Lexington.
How's it look? Definitely
Clear.
Opticom does not work at this intersection. Opticom is a 3M product that helps us change the lights to green with this pulsating strobe. And it works. It's on all of our intersections in Ramsey County.
Westbound approaching Snelling.
Boy, it is rare they
Westbound Larkin,
keep
approaching
going
Snelling.
straight so long.
Where was this? Stop 6.
What do you think?
I'm just trying to get him to the ambulance.
Plan on him coming south still?
Yep.
5183 has sticks at Fairview.
There we go.
Copy. Roseville with 6 up here. It's coming. There's no traffic in front of us. Approaching Fairview. Approaching Fairview.
Very odd though.
21 is the name.
Let's say good sticks.
Good sticks?
Copy. Good sticks.
All right. They got him with the stop sticks.
Yeah, sticks are authorized.
Sounds like they just hit the stakes westbound from Fairview.
I think we got LTAC on this other radio, but I don't know. Whoa.
Yeah, I got a flat right in front.
Right front tire is flat on the car.
Good?
Clear.
So we are what you call paralleling.
He's got a blue hoodie on. Suspect wearing a blue hoodie.
Where are we at?
5164 westbound. Larpinger passing Yusuf.
Hamlin.
Westbound Larpinger passing Yusuf.
Good?
Clear.
Going over 280.
Well, there
Passing
we go.
280.
Sounds like the victim in the
Passenger front tire shredding.
However, the suspect is going to be
Front
in there.
right tire is
Front tire
starting to
is
shred.
Front tire gone.
Front tire is gone.
The staff there aware of this incident?
Matter of time now.
Passing 29th. Still westbound.
I'll check on that.
Clear.
Westbound passing 29th to Minneapolis.
We're still got a parallel on Como just in case
Clear.
he comes south into Minneapolis. Because Como runs right.
Passing over. 6921 appeared to be a black male driver when he went by me.
Driver is a black male.
Riding on the rim.
Riding on the rim.
Westbound, speed 60, passing Taft.
Passing what?
Taft.
Crossing over Taft.
Alright, someone left Minneapolis.
Passing Simpson.
I'm assuming.
Passing 15th.
Westbound passing 15.
Coming up on Johnson.
Jesus, what's going on with
You
this?
got it. You got it.
Opticom here.
Passing Johnson.
Still westbound passing Johnson.
Slow down here a little bit in St. Anthony Park. It's a little bit of a tangle town.
Yeah, no opticoms here. Oh,
Still westbound.
clear.
Vehicle still westbound.
We are going south
There we go.
through an alley.
Southbound in an alley.
8th Street alley.
What do you say?
In the alley of 8th Street.
8th Street.
Okay.
8th Street.
Through a fence.
Through a fence.
Vehicle crashed through a fence.
Clear.
Going northbound. Back on the Larpenter.
Oh my goodness.
Vehicle is back on the Larpenter, which is now Hennepin Avenue, 2225.
Heading eastbound.
Check,
Eastbound.
do me a favor, will you? You can pull out your map and help me get from here.
Now
to-
eastbound Hennepin.
I'm pretty sure we get there, but I'm
Correct. Eastbound
I
Hennepin.
don't know if it's turning on.
Over 30. Passing 11th.
I don't know exactly the best way to get there.
Eastbound passing
What
11.
should I punch in? Larpenter and
2162 K9, fourth in the line here.
Oh, there they go.
Passing 15th.
Hennepin and 15th.
Here we go. We,
John, is that behind you?
we're at
You
Hennepin,
behind me?
we're at Hennepin at 20.
Three back. I got nothing right here.
Clear.
Copy. Passing Taft.
Here they come.
Heading eastbound.
Eastbound passing Taft.
All right, you can see they're ahead of us. We are going to.
If anything, can lay more sticks though, but take more tires though. We only got one tire done.
I don't think we got time.
No, we don't have time, but we're going to see if we can block. We're going to do a little bit of
Passing over or 25th.
a moving roadblock here, folks. It's not my favorite tactic, but it is authorized. Would have
Thanks before 280.
probably cause him to turn.
Vehicle now crossing 280.
No, not yet.
Crossing Industrial Boulevard.
Bravo 592.
Six are coming out.
Probably that chase and get back to
Jesus
the city.
Christ.
On a Larpenter.
There we go.
We're going over 280.
Clear.
Passing Eustis.
Still eastbound passing Eustis.
Yeah, we also have 6 ahead.
When we let them know, try to get the 6 on line.
Drives good for.
I'll let them know.
We always let the mark spots passes.
Yep. Always better for the marks.
Clear driver, 6 left to turn left.
Sticks at Larpenter turn left.
On Cleveland.
Trooper 5's over the top.
Good.
Okay, there we go.
5.
It says Fairview Larpenter. It says Fairview Larpenter.
From 21-6, I'm going to back out because the helicopter's got him.
Yep.
Approaching prior. Still west. Okay, I want you to go closer. I'm gonna move to the right.
Helicopter's got him.
At Liddig. North of Fairview, number 1. Might have missed the sticks there, drove around them. Pit.
Sticks on the right, sticks on the right.
I got him. There we go.
K9 is number 2. K9 is number 2. Continue on, second pit.
There we go.
Sticks broken, Sergeant.
Paramedic vehicle rollover.
Well, there we have it.
Vehicle rolled over, starting medic. You got a civilian to the north of you there. You got a civilian to the north of you.
Warning, and there's a crash on Larpenter. Yeah, crash.
326, fire, movement, in flames. Copy, vehicle on fire. And dispatch leader drag 1 out. Taking 1 into custody. $21.60 code 41 in custody. You can go out the pitch. I started fire with that engine fire. Copy, we have fire medics around. Code 41 in custody. Ramsey County will be dropping the packs about tag 3.
On some of the fence. Is that you behind me? Well, I saw wiggling. I'm like, I'm gonna so hit that pole. Nice work.
Squad 5 to 5.
The word is
2163. 2168.
Please change the DOC.
Give me the 6-0 call. I'll be blocking traffic going westbound on Larpenter.
3 in a row, man.
60 copy.
I know. Thank you. Thank you.
5181, I'm blocking traffic eastbound Larpenter from Fairview.
Pardon me?
Are you trying to get out of here? You want me to move for you?
I go backwards. Isn't there room back there? No, dude.
Maybe you can.
Do not move. I'll get out of here in a minute. No rush. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep, negative. We're just still en route to help out with traffic.
Well, obviously the pit maneuver succeeded here in bringing the chase to an end.
We got a good engine fire.
Only problem is, of course, we have an engine fire.
101 copies.
Suspect did not have life-threatening injuries. They're able to get him out of the car.
You're clearing behind.
2231.
We're gonna get out of here just in case there is some type of explosion. Usually these engine fires, the fire department's able to get them out before they spread to the gas tank. Usually. So in either case, another example of teamwork.
Incredible teamwork.
Teamwork by the different departments, and several different departments were involved there, of course. We are definitely have probably one of the most well-trained crew of pit train maneuvers in the state of Minnesota. So
absolutely
proud of the work they've done, and we always hope that the suspect, him or herself, is not injured, but that's their choice to flee and put everyone else at risk.
3 and 4.
Like that, and they put a lot of people at risk.
But they were able to Yeah, in the pursuit, the vehicle unfortunately rolled over and caught on fire.
Copy him with the cop now. I'll update him.
One more car thief off the road, and the message sent to the rest of them that just because you steal a car and you're going to flee doesn't mean you're not going to be apprehended.
At 22.
Well, we had the right parallel route anyhow, right?
Yeah, we sure did.
we were in front of him. He went around us a little bit on one rim. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Doing our best to set a moving roadblock, but I could have just tried to pin him myself there. But I don't have the skill set that some of our other guys do.
Right.
So just move over and let him take care of business. What's that message up there? Say anything, or is it nothing? It's gone. So that was the stolen the press stolen off of Hawthorne over there. The good news is the insurance company will pay for the damages. And the suspect himself will be liable for the damages as well. So we're back on patrol. Text me.
Yeah.
On the three-way.
Back in. I was away from the Facebook page for a little bit.
Pat had a little work he had to do. Still looking for that other stolen.
165.
Change this up PSC, please.
Driver's gonna be fine. I saw him for a few minutes. He's not seriously hurt.
Yeah, it looked like his hand or wrist.
Not even that didn't look bad. It's a
No,
small
didn't.
cut.
What's 2164 and 2324? Well, I don't know. That car coming through is a firefighter.
Accept the call, but
Everything. 2234. 2164.
I'll tell you what made that chase work is the stop sticks too. They were able to slow that thing down
First suspicious call, 41
to
Wilshire.
a pitiable
Circle,
speed.
color, can hear smashing noises. Outside, believe somebody's throwing ice at the house.
Actually, that part of
2164, I copy, but you need to put me on 6-0's call because I'm not here on North River. 2164, I copy.
and if they had continued to Snelling, they would have got back into the residential area. That's the thing. You want to curtail that chase when it's in the industrial or the non-residential area.
you know, really, as we saw with the 2 cars we were unable to pursue. Was that last night or the night before? I'm losing track of time. And taking us back to one of the first times that we weren't involved in a pursuit at all, but St. Paul squads were just tracking a vehicle that had left the area of shots fired. They continue to drive recklessly regardless.
Well, and here's the other thing that just needs to be said. I know there's always some people that'll say, well, why did you have to do that? I obviously the bulk of the community wants us to arrest the bad guys, and the reason is if you don't, they're going to continue to victimize others. They're going to steal 10 more cars, they're going to rob people with stolen cars, and we're not just making this up. We know this from 40 plus years of police work, that if they know they can get away with a particular method of operation or MO, they're going to continue to do it. And they're using these stolen cars now for robberies, burglaries, other carjackings. And when you really think about it, if you think about it in its simplest terms, what would you want your officers to do when it came to knowing there's a felon in a stolen car that's probably going to use it in several other crimes? Like last night it was a gun and there was meth. This guy probably has a lengthy history as well. Nobody drives like that without being used to running.
Right.
And so what would you have your officers do? Because at the point we as a society give up on the suppression prong, you know, we're working every day on prevention and intervention. But if we give up on the suppression prong, we've lost the battle against crime. And Pat and I we can't do that. We know we've been at this for 4 decades, and this whole idea that somehow there's risk to apprehension. Yes, there is. There is risk. Every day we get in this squad car, there's risk. There's risk to the citizenry, there's risk but the risk to our society and the risk to the community and the risk to every individual citizen that gets carjacked or robbed at gun or knife point far exceeds the risk that we've seen in pursuit chases. And we've been in hundreds of them. I've never actually been a part of one that hurt an innocent person. I mean, I've just
neither have I.
And we're talking 43 years on my behalf of these type. Yes, does it happen? Yes. Does it get high profile in the media? Yes. Is there a threshold that you need to say no? Absolutely. And we know where that threshold is. The area up there on Larpenteur is in farmland. It's the University of Minnesota. There's farmland on both sides. Once you're into Minneapolis, it's an industrial area. So our officers know where they're at. And that's why they chose to bring that to conclusion before it got back to Snelling Avenue. So rest assured, we balance those risks, but the risks of society doing nothing mean that we'll have a lawless society that none of us want to live in.
Right. In my early days of police work and Bob's early days of police work, there really was a thing just called joyriding, where a kid would steal a car to get from point A to point B, get out of the car and leave it.
Yeah.
Those days are gone.
Yeah. It's a tool of the trade now, whatever it might be.
In furtherance of other crimes.
Exactly.
Be they armed robberies, be they street robberies, be they assaults, be they drive-by shootings, forgeries, retail theft, you name it. Stolen cars are used to commit other crimes in the overwhelming majority of cases.
So, what's next?
And another thing, somebody driving a stolen car, if they run into your car on the street, you think they're going to stop? If they run over an innocent pedestrian, do you think they're going to stop? No, they're not.
I'll tell you, the only people that were at risk tonight were the deputies that were pursuing, knowing that something can go wrong.
Did an outstanding job.
But the same deputies are here tonight were the ones out there last night that ended up having the guy with the gun in the car that ran from them.
They know what they're
He
doing.
could have just as well have taken that gun with him last night, and that wouldn't have been good.
Know what they're doing, and they do it very well. Hey, what were we saying about a fresh Mountain Dew?
Yeah, where are we going to do that?
You know,
Price
I
into it?
think M&H has the most reliable supply of plastic cups for your Fountain Dew. Are you ready for a Fountain Dew or a...
Yeah, that's fine, but they did tell us last night that they take the hot dogs off the grill at 10.
Ha!
You remember that?
I do remember that. Bob, I had a full Thanksgiving dinner an hour before we got together. So I will get you a hot dog.
Well, I don't think they're going to be there. We'll have to check it out. I could probably get by with a Thanksgiving pie.
Cherry?
Cherry.
All right.
Cherry. Oh, by the way, I'm trying to think of something else I had today. We got to make sure our radios are up. Kind of remarkably quiet here.
Yeah. Nope, I didn't have mine on. That's part of the problem.
Something else I was going to add. Oh, I went back to Old Southern Barbecue today.
You did?
I did, yeah. And that was amazing again.
How many wings did you pick up for me?
Well, there was 2 groups of 10. 2 groups of 10. They're little ones, so that's when I was out doing a little shopping. I like to get an early start on Christmas shopping. My wife's laughing because I'm the worst guy. My wife always gets out early and gets a lot of things done, but I'm the worst at procrastinating at Christmas shopping. I have to admit. It's kind of really weird that there's no calls on the East Sector radio. You didn't step on the speaker again, did you?
I don't think so. You're on 3, I'm on 1.
Yeah.
You're on 2 over there?
Yep. So, well, there was another eating delicatessen that I was going to mention today. What the heck was it? We're southbound on Payne, by the way, on the east side of St. Paul. That chase, by the way, started in St. Paul. What the heck?
Medics safety.
About 316.
Oh, there we go.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Sergeant to copy. Minnehaha and Ruth on an accident with injuries. One vehicle is slipped.
306 copy.
Your squad's though.
Is there an East Buster copy?
85, send me that also.
115, I copy her en route to the AOA at 914 Thomas.
325 copy.
2245.
We got obviously a call here at Payne and Wells. Something's going on at Payne and Wells. We don't see it on our CAD.
Never heard it come out.
No. Payne and Wells.
02 copy.
Thank you, 2046.
Forty-four 69 squad 0.
2246.
Yeah, we were.
What?
Looking for a black Chrysler 300. 256 uniform whiskey
That's
Echo.
transit police. That's what's going on there. That's
Okay.
128, I copy her en route to the suspicious Wilder and Carroll. Reference a male trying to get into vehicles on the street.
So there's another.
Currently in Marion Park. Male described as 5'10", wearing a brown hoodie, black jeans. No further on description.
There's another prowler out there. Go ahead, buddy. Prowler out there in Marion Park.
You know, this all started happening because you used the Q word.
I remember that. You know, what's funny is you're paralleling down there on Como. Oh, that's got to be Valentino, doesn't it? What's going on, guys? Where are we headed?
None of your business. None of your business.
Is that Valentino?
Ready to call back to the comp or position.
Maybe No. You gotta make sure you guys are okay.
Yeah, we're fine. Do you know where them girls went?
What?
You know where them girls went? They had our coach.
Did you? Well, I think they might have gotten a police car. I don't know. What happened?
Nothing. This guy kept trying to attack us.
He did?
Yeah, he had a whole sword.
A sword?
Yeah, he had it on the bus.
Was he on a bus or what?
Yeah, he had it on a bus. Then he made us all get on the bus.
Where do you guys live?
New caller saying that a group of people are heading northbound on route from the black vehicle that hit the white one.
The people that got Janot are those girls.
No further description on those parties.
It is cold.
It is. But where's your home at?
It's actually up the street.
Oh, well, at least you're close enough to get home. Right. All right, see you guys. Have a good night. Have a good night. See ya.
See ya.
Yeah. So it sounds like people ran from that car.
Yeah, and that Chrysler 300, that's going to be the one with the Wisconsin plates.
Could be a stolen, huh?
Yeah.
But the point of that is that guy's driving reckless even without being chased, right?
Yep.
That one rolled over without any help.
So they crashed into another car, bailed out, and took off from the car.
Caller says she's unable to buzz you in, but she's en route to let you guys in. You're welcome. 2249.
M&H?
Yeah.
M&H?
Yeah. Sounds like they got a lot of people over there on that accident.
Yeah. Well, it must have not been too hurt since they all fled.
But they didn't. Nobody fled from the white car, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Watch wagon, take your domestic.
Well, a lot of times what happens is we get car chases because people are trying to shoot at each other. And obviously we had a shooting earlier. Usually we get a retaliation in 2 to 3 hours.
1038 Stinson Street, upper unit for domestic, where the husband
probably
was
what's
drinking
going on.
and grabbed the cop's arm. Medics declined. Husband is Eric Hansen, white male, 37, 5'10", average build, wearing a blue hooded sweatshirt, gray t-shirt, gray jeans. He does carry a pocket knife that is in his pocket now.
121 copies. 124 copy.
Everybody okay?
At 2250.
No, sorry. Nobody's going to jump though, right?
117.
All right.
Put me out of team.
Thanks. I've seen people standing on a bridge.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure they're all right there.
Had far too much of that this year.
316 for code 4 for medics. The driver of the male driver in the white vehicle is pinned. Vehicle's on the driver's side door.
So,
316 copy, male driver.
we're going to let you listen to all the radios while we're in M&H getting nourishment. And I'm going to go in too because, of course, we need to use the men's room, right?
Right. Someone said they saw our Sonata in Bloomington driving the exact same way with the 21-day permit in the back.
Really?
Yep. That's good information. Thank you.
Squad 129.
Go ahead. 5.
You also go to the domestic, 1038 Stinson Street.
Cincinnati,
husband.
All right, keep an eye out for us. We are going to be inside. We'll be out in just a couple minutes. Thanks for
Wisconsin license plate.
Here it is.
Alpha Golf Zulu 4742 to our call.
That's it.
That's
the plate 2250.
That's the stolen.
Tell them.
What?
We'll tell them.
363.
They know that, don't they?
369.
You just said add it to the call.
Yeah, suspects from AWI were last seen running west on foot.
I'll be
down Greeny from the road.
You don't think they know?
Nope.
One was wearing a dark jacket. One was wearing a red, white, and blue jacket. The other two are unknown description.
I'm showing a few more en route.
In 2400, I'm guessing the squads know, but that is a stolen.
Oh, copy. So I'll just be 10-8. 5, Can you also have license plate 248 Uniform Kilo Echo? Just make a note that that is going to be the white car that's flipped over. Copy the plates. 2253.
I think you were on the other channel.
No, I was on 3.
Were you?
Yeah, it was Scan's the one. We had it on Scan, but I checked it. It was on 3.
Okay. No,
Well,
that's all we can do.
I'm sure it all pops up as a red light when
Pops it in.
Assume they don't know anything. I'm sure they all do. So, okay, you bringing your phone?
Oh, good idea.
I gotta find a mask. You got one, right? Oh, yeah.
One two one on a block. 121 out in the block, 2254.
Of course.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah, you're the
Squad 325.
120.
Thank you. Well, hopefully people
325.
see
Be
us
able to
then.
copy that the vehicle with the Wisconsin plate is a St. Paul solid.
121, cut out.
Hang on one second.
Yep, thank you.
Completion.
2254.
So, thank you. Yeah, we like to show the job.
One two one, she's coming out. You can cancel everyone else. Trooper 5, St. Paul. Trooper 5. That's 4 or 5 individuals standing on a garage at the back of 2024 Rainy, which is just to the north and east of that crash scene. Not sure if they're involved there or not, but they're standing on top of the garage overlooking your officers. Copy, group of 4 to 5 parties standing by 2024 Rainy, 2256. Yeah, they're on top of the garage there in the alley. Copy, on top of the garage in the alley. One at 8.
Squad 329. Just confirming the apartment is 302.
188. We're code 4 out here. I just was not on scene, can cancel.
304.
124, 129, you're clear. 124, copy, thanks.
304, copy. Thanks.
129, copy, thank you.
At 2257. Squad 316. who was in the area. The 2024 rainy, there's 4 to 5 people on the rooftop observing the accident.
Copy. 129, I'll take your assist.
2258.
Oh boy.
129, copy assist at Central and Unit.
112.
112.
You can send me that too.
Copy 2258.
So that Minnehaha and Ruth accident we were talking about, that involved that stolen black Chrysler 300 from last night with the Wisconsin plates. That's all too often the way these people who steal the cars drive, as you saw two or three times within the last couple nights. Drive horribly recklessly, total disregard for anyone's safety. So here's a stolen vehicle that had been stopped, had it been stopped prior to this, or even pursued prior to this and stopped, would have prevented an accident, a serious accident with serious injuries from occurring. So that is the balancing act we're always doing.
Squad 314.
And the innocent driver that was hit by that Chrysler 300, the car was flipped over, which is what led to them seriously being injured.
Park Rate 3 at York on a suspicious traffic was approached by a female who asked McComb to call the police. As she was doing this, she was approached by
You go with 181 to suspicious.
black male with dreadlocks.
South, reference a white van that pulled up.
Subject was
and they're loading
black female,
items from the
red in her hair.
store, possibly
No
the
further
gym.
trip from the mail. Both parties were standing in the middle of York at the time of the call.
Delta Alpha Alpha 172. Delta Alpha Alpha 172.
Someone's asking, why do they have to drive it recklessly? They don't have to, but they do.
At 23.
It's not theirs. They don't care what happens to the car. A large percentage of the time, when a stolen car is recovered, just abandoned, the car has been trashed. The car has run into other cars, it's run into poles, they've run into fire hydrants. They don't care. It's not their property, and it is not in the mentality to care about that property because it's not theirs, and they stole it.
325. 325. Hey, if Trooper 5 says there's 3 people on top of a roof not far from here, can we get 2 or 3 squads to head over there?
Oh, yeah. Awesome. 2024 rainy.
Did you go over the...
Yes.
Copy. Squad to start to 2024 rainy.
Oh, that's a great example. With it. If you don't take a stolen off the street and ram into somebody,
Here's stuff report. I'll head that
seriously
way.
injure them.
it's always better to control the time and location.
Copy. Squad's back. 302, I can go over there with him.
Yeah, Trooper 5 had him on the garage at 2024 rating. They've since departed the area, but we were scanning and people ran to the north. That was the only thing that we saw there from your current scene there. They've now departed and gone into 2024 rating.
They're in the house now. We got to take a look at this car, what this guy did to it.
361, I copy that. I think they possibly live there. I think I spoke to him a week and a half ago.
I think Pat's point about
It's 2302.
these are no longer kids joyriding. These are young adults
614, channel 4.
using a car for criminal activity. That's the difference in where we are now and where we used to be.
614, going to 4.
And no secret, this even in the last year, this has all escalated.
Oh, enormously.
It all started into last summer. You know, even before the pandemic. I mean, this trend, this uptick in violent crime in both cities started last August, September. And of course, it's been aggravated by everything that's occurred in the last year.
129.
In fact, at one point, the trend in Minneapolis
Central.
was so bad that the chief asked for what? 200 more police officers?
In Minneapolis?
Yeah.
400.
400 more police officers in
Copy
Minneapolis.
554 Central, apartment 807,
Back
2303.
before
112's out.
some of the anti-police sentiment started.
And 112 is out, 2303.
Clear.
We'll see if we can still, if there's anybody fleeing from this location. We know the people fled from the stolen.
We're going to make contact at 2024 rating.
Sounds like the trooper saw them move from the roof into the house.
But again, if they know the cops are coming, they might
Can you have a call at
flee the neighborhood.
That would be
Affirmative.
nice.
Copy, you can cancel the last class. We'll head that way. Next 656.
I got 2 squads there now.
Copy.
Now you all have seen what a stop stick can do to a tire, right?
2309.
Right.
Doesn't prevent them from still fleeing, but it does curb how fast they can go and still maintain.
1302. You can stick there for any evidence.
And it will reach a point where they're just unable to go any further.
Yeah. And probably the heat generated by that friction has as much to do with the engine starting on fire as anything.
Right. So we're eastbound on Minnehaha from White Bear. You can probably start seeing the lights of the squad cars and paramedics up ahead. That'll be Ruth Street where the crash occurred.
Again, no pursuit involved here.
And 361, you can clear that shots around the cross.
Stolen car with people driving like idiots.
Copy, 2306.
Where was that Wisconsin one originally stolen from? Do you remember?
I can tell you in just a second here.
Interesting thing about all this is they used to I don't know if I can get around or not. There we go.
There's lots of gas.
Yeah, sorry, we're just gonna park right here.
And there is the end result of one of these stolen cars.
Hang on.
181, code 4, 111, cancel.
Am I getting away with that car?
111, you're clear.
Copy, Tony.
So. What do they got out there with them?
There it is right there. It was stolen last night at about 7:45 on Livingston Avenue. That's on the west side, right?
Yep, yep.
This post says East St. Paul, but Livingston is actually on the west side.
So that must be the white car we're looking at on the upside down, correct?
Correct.
That's where the guy that got hurt, medics came in. The other one is over to the right. That'd be a lot of impact there. Turn him over. Generally speaking, in accident reconstruction, since both cars are on the north side of the road here, one of them had to be proceeding north to drive the center mass of the two vehicles will continue in the way that it is. Is that hose in the street there? Is that the street light?
21 GOA.
I think so.
111, 119, 180. Copy. And squad 115, copy. You're en route to the disturbance. 419 Fairview Avenue North, apartment 5. Reference a party in the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, there you have it. The end result of kids fleeing not fleeing, kids just taking off in a stolen car. I'm going to give you one more shot of the front of the stolen. Hi guys, how's it going? Good, good.
111 PBV 1585 Randolph.
Maybe you can say hi to these guys when you stroll by.
111 copy. 1585 Randolph at 2309.
How you doing?
Good night, you guys.
Good night. How you doing?
So there's the car right there.
Holy smokes.
Not good. And you can see the white car up. That guy it took a beating, huh?
Yeah.
Look at that white car.
That white car got creamed, knocked into a light pole, and crushed the right side of that car.
There you have it. Yep. And they all fled over on Rainy.
Yeah, my old academy classmate Dave Bowl is with us.
Oh, one of the finest.
Oh, one of the best.
And one of the things about Dave Bowl that I want to say, nobody was better at monitoring frequencies from other police agencies than him.
No kidding.
He would monitor those West St. Paul guys, and they'd be pursuing somebody into the city across Annapolis. He knew everything that was coming into this city before the rest of us did.
Yep.
And so, just a great cop and a great canine handler, remember?
Oh, very, very much so. He
part of the national champions.
He made arrests while off duty in Minneapolis.
What, are we talking air conditioning again, maybe, or what?
I think so.
So we got to figure out the power of it. Right?
Yeah, and it doesn't tell us. Oh, yeah, it does.
Is it charging now or not?
I can't tell.
Search calls.
Yep.
129, I'll start for the arm.
Copy in 124.
Pull that off. I think you might have to slide it.
Zero.
Copy 1441 Hunting Valley Road, Public Storage Company. Reference an audible alarm covering the south motion. visual of two people pushing a cart. That time lapse was 23:11 hours.
Well, we're hopeful that we're still with you. We can't guarantee it. We might have some electrical issues. We're over here on a call waiting for St. Paul squad to show up.
23:15.
Just got to kind of sit out here in case we see somebody. Supposedly someone was yelling or screaming, but doesn't look like any contour. It's a senior living home that we're at.
So we lost you guys for a minute here due to some power issues.
Copy at 2316.
Looks like we ended up restarting, huh?
Looks like it, yep.
Yep. Which is fine. Thanks for coming back with us.
I guess I'm not sure what would have happened with YouTube, but I think we continued it quick enough to
Everything's good. There's a squad there.
Squad 121. 121. Advise 162 and lane 8. Copy, squad's clear, 2318.
Well, it looks like they got this covered. You didn't see anybody in trouble outside. Maybe drive around the back real quick.
Yep.
We are not going to work probably later than 1:11 tonight, both for your sake and ours.
115.
We got about 2 hours. 2 hours left on us.
115, copy.
Just if you're planning your evening. Now, what was which building here was the old hotel? Do you remember?
La Quinta. Or La Quinta.
Look back behind us?
Yeah.
Okay. And what was that?
There's somebody in a car right here.
Is that your light?
Yep.
Your light?
Do the red lights. Hi. Hey, we got a call for somebody yelling that to strangle her and that they were holding on to a woman. Did you see or hear anything? Okay. All right. Okay. Well, you guys look like you guys are definitely okay. So, but we just wanted to be sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Was your good Thanksgiving? All right.
It was a Radisson. That's what it was. It used to be a Radisson.
Oh yeah, before it was La Quinta, it sure was. You're right.
And it isn't that one?
What is it, that one?
The former Radisson Beach.
Let me get. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the former Radisson, and then it was La Quinta.
And it's senior living now.
Yes.
Well, there's a story for evolution. I don't know if we're right about that. So.
Yeah, we're not sure if we had an overheating problem or a
Power problem.
or a power problem.
Sounds like it was power. Where's that other black cord go to? Why didn't we just throw it on the ground?
I put it in the glove box. Do you need it?
Well, no, not yet. For the other, I don't know if it's working, but I just got to test it out.
Oh, you know what? We're using the same plug-in. I thought we had gone there.
Well, I know that plug works. So just leave it in there for now.
Okay.
Squad 315.
Changes to a PSC. Clear to size.
This blue one works.
Okay.
At 2330. Input squad, Central East channels are tied at column 3. Central East channels tied at
So
column 3.
maybe by the time you get your new Durango, they'll have some more sophisticated power plug-ins like those.
I'll make sure.
Mutually clear for 696.
Maybe we should get a fountain pop machine in there. We wouldn't have to get out.
Just two things: Mountain Dew
Yeah.
and Diet Coke.
One Mountain Dew fountain. Diet Coke. So those claws have sort of died down a little bit.
Oh, somebody says it was a Howard Johnson. Oh, Ramada. That was it. I think the order was Howard Johnson's, Ramada, and then La Quinta.
And then on the other side, there's a Motel 6 now there, right?
Right.
But I don't know if they house some of the homeless there, but I've seen that Motel 6. All right, well, let's go see if we can find that Sonata. That one's still in the wind. What was the one that was stolen over on Scudder?
One sec here. It was. Yeah, that's.
You know, if we had a little more time.
Should be in yours too.
A little more time, we would have thrown our own sticks. The problem is they're coming at you that fast. It's just like, do you have time to get out?
They eat up pavements so fast when they're going that fast. If we'd have been, I don't know, half a mile further down the road, we'd have had time to do it.
Yeah. The problem is you got to do it right, because if you don't retract them, you have a lot of flat squad car tires. You know, that's the problem. But I want you to think about how these officers have to mentally switch gears so quickly. From 1 minute from a pursuit to handling someone's report that they have to make, there's just such a wide variety of calls and different responses. We just say they have to have a variety of tools in their tool belt, and it doesn't come, it doesn't come right away. We try to hire people who that instinctively are nice people, who have kindness, they have character, and we can do that, but it takes a while for them to adjust to the fast shifting emotional roller coaster that's out here. The worst roller coaster is when one of your fellow officers gets shot and killed. I gotta say that's
nothing worse.
That's the most depressing part about the job. The second worst is if you feel like your bosses don't appreciate your work.
Right.
I often said when I was I had good bosses, but not everyone was the same. I often said that there was more stress coming from a boss or a second level administrator than there was from the street, and that's sometimes an issue.
Right.
And then the third stress is if you feel the public's not in support of you. I mean,
that's enormous.
And you need to know and feel that the community understands and appreciates the job that you're doing. So,
what's that right there?
And the family. The family dynamic, and of course the stress that it puts on your family is an entirely another dynamic. You got to have a really supporting and loving wife
or
husband.
Yes.
We'll see that new call, and you can dupe it into ours. This is going to be PIC, and I'm going to add some notes here to our call.
Sometimes I think it probably is harder on the husbands. I mean, just as...
Copy, 2327.
Just...
Five-10 traffic. 5-10.
You know who that is, right?
5-10 Bigelow and Timberlake with 861 Victor uniform Juliet. Copy traffic, Bigelow and Timberlake. 2328.
Oh, I was going to look for that's stolen from St. Anthony.
St. Anthony, yeah. And we're still looking for that Yukon, the blue Yukon. That one's rolling around for
Black
sure.
Yukon.
Black Yukon. That's rolling out here somewhere. I was about to say that so that stolen was taken from St. Paul on the east side there in Hawthorne, and then St. Paul squad spotted in the gas station over there, the Holiday Inn Arcade.
Right.
And he attempted to follow it. It went eastbound on Cottage and then back northbound on Forest, and I'm not sure if he jumped over because you really can't get out there. He might have gone in the one way, but he jumped over, eventually got onto Wheelock, and then went north on Arcade. Well, some of our officers, I mean, like Sergeant Mark Suki is one of our finest. He's always monitoring the air.
129 copy, making contact with...
In all likelihood, he was headed to that area and then spotted it right on the border there of Maplewood and St. Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Was it originally on Roselawn or was it on Larpenteur?
Larpenteur.
Larpenteur. So that's, of course, the border between Maplewood and St. Paul. Headed westbound. And then as it gets to Rice Street, it enters Roseville. And then as it gets to Hamlin, it enters Falcon Heights, which is another jurisdiction of the sheriff's office. And then, of course, it went into Minneapolis on Larpenteur, which turns into Hennepin. And then it turned around and came back eastbound, which is where we spotted it with you. And then before it returned to the residential area.
Right. This is a pickup or a Tahoe.
What's the plate? It's red.
No, red. Never mind.
It's red. So, and before it returned to the residential neighborhood, the officers were able to pit it. And it had been sticked, what, 2 or 3 times, right? At least twice.
One successful one, and he dodged the ones.
Oh, you think he dodged it second?
Yeah, he dodged the second ones.
And you'll notice right at the end we had the helicopter was up. Some of the squads were turning their lights off because if necessary, we were just going to let the helicopter follow it.
Pretty much just the canine was staying close. And that was a 2017 Camry, BRB 387, so I'll remember the BRB for sure. And it's gray with a dent on the driver's door, 4-door.
Are we still looking for the gray Camry taken off a stutter?
Squad 315.
BRB? Okay. I just make sure you guys didn't find it already. Because you're so good at that.
315.
The people of the residents of Highland Park deserve to say thank you. You've been doing a great job there over the last couple of nights.
Yeah, foot forward, 2330.
Amazing.
223.
You're doing a great job.
223.
Thank you. Thank you.
PPV, Raspberry Island.
Yeah, the St. Paul department's just been doing an awesome job down there. This whole trend in Highland Park, they're putting a stop to it. So
that's awesome.
So a Camry that has a plate BRB, right? That's our goal.
Correct.
Plus a Yukon that has a plate CTP 448. If you're a young person, unlike us, someday they'll probably have the technology to know where every one of these cars is, the GPS tracking, be able to shut it off. I mean, that's coming in the future, which will make it a lot easier if you can just get on your iPhone, dial your car, and shut it off. And then the crooks will have to figure out a different way to handle it.
Oh, that was gray, and it's got a dent in the door.
That one?
Yeah, in the lot.
Okay.
I'm not. It might have been a Honda,
okay,
but I'm not sure. The one that just turned its lights on the far left. Okay. It's got the hood up. I think it's got the hood up. I think that's it.
By the way,
or a Volvo.
There are some people that have offered to give us some treats, and we're going to try to take you up on that.
BMW. Oh, there was a silver BMW.
Yeah.
What was that involved in earlier?
Was it in Highland Park?
I'll find it here. Can you send that plate to
Squad 1. 115, good. Yeah, we see that third caller there. We're gonna head back, see if we can talk to this guy. He's gonna be either PIC or narcotics. Pretty angry. Copy, I'm shooting back around 2235. 120, I can start their way into their code 4. 121, good.
I'll find it here. If anyone remembers a silver BMW being involved in a crime today, please let us know. I don't remember the context or where it was.
BMW listed.
124. Can you show me on a PBB 2576 Boswell?
This was young people. And
That
this,
one's clear there, huh?
yeah. And this was young people involved. This is an older guy. I do remember that much. Somebody just sent something.
So what?
If you want to get some clarification on that.
What was it involved in? Did he say?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Was that the two cars that were shooting, I think? Yeah, remember?
Was it?
Oops. Hang on a minute. So, was the BMW involved in the Western shooting, or what was that involved in? None? Okay. Nothing today. All right. Right. Well, no, that's that stolen. That was that stolen AG. That was Wisconsin stolen. That was taken off of Livingston. That last night. Remember that Livingston stolen? That's what hit him there. Okay.
What you want out?
All right. Thanks, buddy. Thanks.
Somebody said the shots fired at the beginning of the night, but that.
I thought it was too.
But it was young people involved.
Something very
If
important.
want to call or something, let us in. Yeah.
Anyhow, there are some people that volunteered to provide some nourishment. One guy said he had some, I forget what they're called. He called them chocolate hockey pucks. I'm going to take you up on that. But right now I'm going to satisfy my desire with, what do you think?
Aha!
Cherry fruit pie.
Yeah, I'm going to be bringing you a baggie back. Those Halloween
115 that
candies you sent home with me. I've eaten everything that I like, so I'm going to give you back everything I don't.
2330.
Don't do that. I only want the cookies and creams Hershey bars. Did you eat those?
They're gone. they're gone, baby.
Next in line is Twix, right?
Gone. Everything chocolate is gone.
Oh, well,
all the fruity little things.
Do not bring those Skittles anywhere near me because I can't. You know, my son loves them, but too much sugar, right?
Right. Those fruity things and the licoricey things, those are. I'll give those to someone else.
The red licorice, I don't mind. All right, we're back into downtown St. Paul, coming in on East 7th Street. I'm gonna turn this radio on 2. You're still on 1. This one's on 3. All good.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that Tahoe earlier. It's a Yukon I'm looking for.
What's going on there, huh?
Looks like it might be a little bit of road rage thing.
All right.
get up next to him and see if everything was okay. Or if that,
Which one was yelling?
the guy got out of the red one and was yelling at this. You just pull up next to him. It looked like he might have been mad at you, yelling at you or something. Yeah, the guy who got out of the red truck.
Okay.
What?
That,
Huh? Oh, you got out the back seat? Oh, we thought the guy had gotten out of the red truck and was giving you a hard time. Oh, okay, good. Good.
we're just trying to protect you.
All right. We just wanted to thought maybe it was some guy road raging or something. All right. Have a good night, guys.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I hope you both ate too much. I hope you both ate too much yesterday. Me too.
See you guys.
All right, take care, guys.
Thank you.
In good eyes, viewer, that was a black Tahoe, which looks a lot like a Yukon. So, it was good eyes on your part.
You know, the M&H did not have a good stock of Twinkies.
Chocolate cake Twinkies.
They got chocolate Twinkies there. So now we're gonna try a chocolate Twinkie. Can you believe that?
I've never heard of this gift from God called a chocolate
I
Twinkie.
have heard it was out there, but I've never seen it. Now tonight we saw it.
Well, gee,
So you want to try one?
I
or
think
not?
we're gonna have to go back by there, and I'm gonna have to get. No, I can't eat one right now, but it's sometime tonight. We have to stop again.
Well, okay, then I'm not gonna. There's only 2 in here.
That's okay.
You can't let them sit around.
Yeah,
They only have a shelf life of 15 years.
Good.
Watch it.
How's it going?
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Checking you guys out all the time. It's great.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Well,
much.
thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Hey, yeah, absolutely. You?
Yes, very much so. I'm still full.
Hey, keep up the good work.
Thanks
Thank
a lot.
you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Something I missed.
See it till it's dispatched.
Text.
I haven't got it yet, but almost remote. Is that
21 traffic. 21.
Ah, okay.
Randolph and Finn, 131 Tango X-ray Bravo.
Doesn't look right, but
I'll let you know in a second here. A little edge up. Good, good.
about the worst intersection around. We are going to a call. We'll tell you what it is when it gets dispatched.
Clear. It's a fairly high priority call. Clear. But, which is why we can't give you the location right now or what's going on. Are you familiar with this place?
No.
2345.
I'm assuming that's what I think it is.
Squad for midnight EOT, squad 262.
Could be a little confusing, actually.
262.
'Cause
265. 65.
I'm gonna.
that's the wrong head.
274.
That's a problem.
Yeah, I know the one you're thinking of.
165.
Any other squad for midnight EOT?
165, 162, 187 are all the EOT 90.
Have a good night, 2345.
It's the wrong numbers, though. might be.
Heavy night.
Is the caller from that address, or is the caller?
Copy. Squad for
I'm
midnight.
gonna let you go. You just text me.
3 and 4.
Is that a squad behind me, or what's?
3 and 4.
Who is
Anybody else from midnight?
Take a look back, will you? I can't tell.
215-23.
Okay, 2346.
I got a van here in the parking lot. I'm gonna check it out real quick. Plate here is gonna be Alpha Mike Lima 909.
Copy for a van in the parking lot at 2346.
Can you still tell me if that's the same bulk car?
21
I can't tell.
Or is it one of ours?
Copy 2346.
Alright, so here's Dars, but this is 900 block, right?
Yep.
We're gonna go up there. He's going to it. We will let him get there first. 1061.
215, code 4, it's the owner.
The owner.
Copy code 4 at 2347.
Oh.
See, that's the problem. The call was 1061, but this is not 1061.
Squad's 112, 111.
112.
582 Central Avenue West, apartment 304. And
Kevin, what are you doing?
Boyfriend of the neighbor that lives above comp came to the door saying he owes him money, threatening to break into the apartment.
What are you doing, Kevin? Breaking into your own place or what?
Known as TK, black male, 25 to 35.
Well, who did you call or what?
Black baseball hat, black coat.
Somebody called?
He drives a large tan SUV, no department central.
Yeah.
Hey, they're looking out for you. Looking out for you.
No, it's good.
Darn right.
It's good. Now, what hours are you open now?
Close at 10 normally.
10. So we're here with Kevin Barrett, the owner of Dyer's Double Scoop. We're live right now. We're live right now. So come on up to the window here. And anyhow, there was a call here on a burglary at his place, and supposedly the person thought it was not the owner, and someone was in there. No one is supposed to be there, so squads are responding. Actually, the call came out at 1061, which is weird, and you're 1048, right?
Yep.
So I don't know how that all worked, but
They got here.
they got here. Made sure you were safe.
Yeah.
So best ice cream in the Twin Cities right here at Dyer's Double Scoop. I can vouch for that. So
Love watching your show.
Oh, thank you.
Or the
Yeah.
live stream.
Yeah,
It's
live
cool.
stream. So
And the history and everything, you guys. It's so much fun to listen to.
well,
You know, we've never met. I'm Pat.
Pat, I'm Kevin. Nice
Kevin,
meet
good
you.
to meet you.
Yeah, I stayed a little bit. My buddy stopped in.
Yeah.
And then, so we just decided have a pizza,
Yeah.
which I never eat.
so are you still serving pizzas too, or not?
Yeah, I'm doing pizzas and everything.
I know
just
you were
can't dine
before.
in.
I
Yeah.
wasn't sure before. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't dine in.
And you're doing pizzas till 10.
Yep, I'm
Okay.
open.
We're gonna have to
10,
come
7 days a week.
We're definitely
Nice.
next Friday coming by and getting a pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that
at the
idea.
beginning.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to do our part. I know you are. You're doing great. It's
The
tough.
St. Paulies are
Yeah.
pretty busy still.
Yeah.
But,
No, they're here to.
Well, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it, Bob.
All right. Anything else you
All
need
right.
from us or not?
No, everything's good.
Okay.
I have had no problems. Everything's been very good. So
All right, Kevin.
I'll talk to you later.
Thanks a
Good
lot.
to finally meet
Thank
you.
you very much.
Take care.
Thanks. Great guy. Just
I've heard nothing but good about him. I'm glad you stopped so I
good
could finally meet
community
him.
leader, business person there, and stop and get some ice cream there or pizza. Something sounds good about a pizza.
Yeah, maybe we'll start a little bit early so we're not eating pizza in front of the viewers.
Change the address to 1048 Royce.
Rice and Cook, right? It's corner of Rice and Cook. 1048 Rice Street.
The full name is Dars Double Scoop, right?
Correct.
Got another cord plugged in I can use.
Yeah, let me see what we got here. You're the blue. Now keep in mind, if the phone rings, it'll probably go on speakerphone.
112 off.
Well, not many people call me.
Copy,
I
2351.
swear everybody texts these days. Sorry, my dear friend Christine, I am going to try a chocolate Twinkie.
You can't really tell we're chewing on a Twinkie.
How was it, by the way?
It was good. It was very good, actually.
Stars ice cream.
It was very good.
Copy, 2352.
Same soft. And well, there's Mama's Pizza. There's another place we got to get a pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Tony.
What a good guy.
Cook up a pizza there.
6-4 squatted back, 523 Shoreview Park Road. Says it's at the house. Turn alarm. Unknown what it covers.
112.
112.
Did you have the comp meet me at the front door?
Copy, 2352.
And well, it'll be out of luck.
447.
Is that 22s?
I think so.
Fire station?
225.
35. Central 2400.
Copy, 2353.
Yeah, I see, for when we get off tonight, I see a chocolate Twinkie and an ice cold glass of milk in my future.
Copy, thank you.
It's a good combination, but by then I'm probably going to be hungry for some more turkey sandwiches.
And I've got to say, this was something I had never seen before either. We are not talking a Hostess Zinger.
Nope.
This is a
chocolate
Hostess chocolate Twinkie.
Yeah.
4454.
Yeah.
Go for it.
5-4 to confirm code 4.
Over.
Copy, 2353.
Amazing that a human being with a flat tire and a stolen car riding on a rim with squad cars in front of him, behind him, just continues to.
Yep.
Isn't that just a
total disregard for property and people?
You know, the other thing we could have done is we could have thrown the stop sticks out while he was driving by us.
Go ahead.
Out the window.
Right now.
We would have been law enforcement legends.
Copy.
2354.
Someone asked the other day if someone was stealing their car or stealing stuff out of their car, can they use a bat on them? Okay? Or you leave your house and so you go out to confront the person, which, I mean, a lot of people would do that, right? There's a lot of ways to confront a suspect stealing your stuff or your car. And here's the long and the short of that. You can't use deadly force on a person that hasn't committed a crime. that doesn't involve some type of force. If they're breaking into a car, but you can confront them verbally, tell them to stop, and you can technically attempt to make a citizen's arrest. You always have that authority to try to apprehend the person yourself. And then if they threaten you or take a combative stance, or you believe they're about to use force on you, then you can use, where'd that car go?
I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
Did it turn here?
Yeah. Up here.
Well, 392.
Must be dodging us.
Check right.
Yep.
Is it there?
Yep.
Have a good night, 2356.
So,
Does that look like the taillights?
yeah, there's, you know me in taillights.
Bravo 602.
Bravo 602.
430 Tango Victor Yankee.
How's it going? Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm good. Thank you.
You're welcome, 2356.
Nothing.
So make sure he's actually going in that house,
Mm-hmm.
not just using it as a ruse. Anyhow, the point is, you can't use a bat on a person that's taking stuff out of your car. However, you can confront him, you can carry the bat with you, and if he takes a fighting stance and comes after you and attempts to use force, you can defend yourself. Now, defending yourself is really the dicey part of it. If you're in fear for your life and he has some type of weapon, threatens to kill you, tear you apart, whatever, well then you can use the bat. But if you're not in fear for your life and he just comes to push you, that's where it gets complicated in the law, is you can't use any force that would kill him if you didn't have a threat of force against you. Is that a fair summary?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's more complicated when you carry a gun, but the question came up today, well, what about a bat? You know.
Well, here's something to consider too, and we've mentioned this. Over the summer, a homeowner interrupted someone taking his catalytic converter off, which you'd think, well, not the biggest deal of a crime. Well, the guy taking the catalytic converter had a gun and started shooting at the car owner. And just last week, in one night, St. Paul stopped 2 catalytic converter thieves and got guns off of both of them.
Yeah.
So, might be better to be a good witness, call 911.
Yeah. You know what? Okay, want me to check that one?
The red one. I'm trying to remember it.
Oh. I don't want to run into that guy.
461 TGV is what we're looking for.
166.
And that's not it. That's a Focus. Never mind.
Happy Thanksgiving!
3 North and County Road E Echo for dangerous condition for a black Chrysler Sebring left seen westbound going at a high rate of speed.
Mike Papa Zulu 237.
Copy 94 in Cleveland 2359.
That one looked more suspicious than the red one.
Yeah, I didn't get the plate.
2360 for the road.
You get another shot at it? Which way's it going? No, we'll just grab the plate.
The one in front of us here?
Yeah.
1-5 traffic. Via Minoco, Minnesota 651, Papa Charlie Double.
BAW 713.
Copy at 0 minutes.
Copy, I'll take it as info. You can 510, put me with 12-5.
Copy at 0 minutes.
128, 1012.
525.
Yeah, we're good, thank you.
525.
Copy. You're welcome at midnight.
Clear advise 265.
Copy, affirmative.
That looks like something probably going on, don't you think?
Yeah, I do, except you wouldn't turn on the first street, you'd turn on this street if we were just going home.
Yeah, good point.
The chance was to cut through, and they probably weren't that familiar
Clear
with
right. Well, kind of moving, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we weren't that far behind them, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
Silver Lake Road 694, Frank Boy David 652.
Double minute.
What does that say? Oh, first, I don't know what that means.
That means that's the one I wanted to run first.
Oh. We'll just let them know we are the police. But we don't really want to. We just want to see what you're up to.
Walk next to him.
Yeah, eventually. Something's not quite right here.
115 advise 121.
Let's get the registration first.
115 squad's clear at 2 minutes.
Suspended license.
What first got our attention?
Well, speed is why we stopped them. North on Chatsworth.
Hi.
Squad on 21.
121.
Is that, could you open your door a little bit?
Can you put me in a dangerous condition at 900 Vandalia? I'm close.
What?
Just clear on a few more
Open the door!
racers.
Not from either side?
Copy 900 Vandalia at 3 minutes.
Cover me. I'm just going to go talk to the passenger real quickly. You good with that?
Yep.
21, I'll start the way.
The door doesn't open.
Wait,
The window doesn't open. That doesn't seem quite right about that, huh?
Yep.
One, they want a secondary big group just went south on Vandalia from Uni.
Alright, well, the owner is not in the car. They know him. He lets him use the car. He has no license. But they live way over on the east side of St. Paul. Claim they're moving some stuff in storage, but
Parking on Como
for no reason.
for absolutely no reason.
Right. Looks to me like they got a lot of
21
miscellaneous
traffic in relation.
stuff in the car.
It
Like-
sure did.
like stuff you could maybe acquire.
Vandalia south of Uni with a silver Honda, no place.
Copy 5 minutes.
But they were pleasant enough.
4469, going through clear buzz.
Copy, 5 minutes.
A lot of people, I'm not saying it applies to them, but the number of calls we're getting of people breaking into cars.
Phenomenal.
Just trying handles and just going to parking lots and see what they can acquire. So please lock your car, because your car is more likely to get
41, control on field.
stuff stolen out.
Control on field in 5 minutes.
Far more likely.
4166, checking your status.
Hey, we're driving around Como Lake. If you're not from this area, Como, St. Paul has some great riverfronts and a couple lakes. Lake Como, Lake Phelan, and the Mississippi River
Squad
runs.
4454 and 4462.
Here comes a Maplewood call.
Squad 215, checking your status.
Over.
6 minutes.
Gotta make sure we listen to those Maplewood calls. We haven't been out there much tonight.
So, excuse me, over 5 minutes ago, guests were heard yelling at each other. There's at least one female adult and one juvenile, possibly one other.
Yeah, we didn't catch that address, but
629. Thank you, 6 minutes.
run over to Highland Park for a little bit. Is that okay? See if what's going on over there.
That's a good idea.
St. Paul squads are over there doing an awesome job. So this is Como Park for those of you that either used to live here or are unfamiliar. I think, incidentally, the Winter Carnival Medallion's been here several occasions.
Yes, it has.
My mother always tells the story when I was a young 2-year-old that I was here in Como, and we were sitting on the log. It was in a log, and she claims to this day that it was in the log we were sitting on.
Have you had 7 minutes?
My mom and dad were always interested in finding that medallion. Back then it was like $1,000, then it was $2,000. I don't know. It's $5,000 to $10,000 now.
112.
See what we got here.
Advise at 411.
Got your flashlight ready there, Fletcher?
Yeah.
Copy at 8 minutes.
Hi. Everything okay, guys?
Yeah, we're just packing up and heading out.
All right. Did you have a campfire?
Yeah, we were setting a fire.
Oh, nice.
I thought you were getting an early start on the Winter Carnival medallion hunt.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was pretty good.
I'm still full.
See my grandma for the first time in quite a while.
Oh, awesome.
That's
Where
great.
was she?
She's 94.
Yeah, my mom is 90. Where did you see her at? At her house or? Pardon me? St. Cloud. Is like she a nursing home or something or?
No, she still lives on her own.
On her own.
God bless her.
Passed in March.
Oh, sorry.
Very sorry.
Only been able to see her a couple of times.
316.
Coronavirus.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome. All right, well, have a good night, you
Take
guys.
care, guys.
Case number is 252-905. 252-905.
Copy, thank you.
No problem. Zero
Yeah, it's a holiday season like no other. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
Holiday season like no other. Hey, let's drive through the state fair if we can get in there and see. We're not going to see the lights, but you know they got this big light procession that's in there. Remember that guy talked about it?
You're saying it's $50 a car?
I know
to
that
get in?
seems a little bit steep, but I suppose we got a lot of backseaters. If we go through there, we could get like 9,000 people in on $50. That's cute there, that house there, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We got it. Once we get closer to Christmas, we got to go check some Christmas displays out. I don't know, that 107.9, they're playing Christmas music all night long. Wish we could call them and get permission just to play their radio station while we're driving. You think that would be okay, right?
Yeah.
They wouldn't care, as long as we're just giving them credit for their station. Remember the cheese factory? Is that still here?
Yes. Nelson's.
Nelson's. Used to get some great sandwiches there. You're pretty sure it's still there.
Yeah, a number of people are saying the feed is freezing up. Sometimes we're in a bad location, but I've got it going in front of me.
Well, it's probably because
the Facebook feed, and I haven't seen it freezing.
No, we're gonna next weekend we're gonna have a 5G phone on here, and hopefully that'll be better. And we're gonna test it out sometime in the week. Pat and I are gonna test it out. It's gonna pop on live for you, and we'll see. If you see it pop on, it's a test run for us. So we might run into a call or two, and it might not, but prepare for a test run.
Well, our friend Nancy, an ultra-reliable source, says it's $46 a car plus a $7 handling fee.
Okay.
Well, Western.
I don't know which gate they might have open here.
Copy, 1 minute.
For us, the law enforcement, to drive through. Chief Paul Paulus there's in charge of the state fair. If he's listening, he can give us a call, tell us how we get in here.
I think the Midway Parkway main gate is usually open.
You think so?
I think it's almost always open.
All right. I'm gonna bet it's not, but I'm gonna turn around just as soon as we get past the Como Transitway one. This Transitway one sometimes open on the back side. Oh, it's the Glow entrance. Well, this is the entrance right here off of Como, in case you're coming down here.
Copy at 12 minutes.
They probably got security down here, don't you think?
Well, it's shut tight.
I would say that's a gate.
That's a gate.
But if you do come down here, apparently the entrance is off of Como. Sometimes, though, when you charge a little extra, that makes people think it must be really cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't charge enough.
True that.
You okay?
Yes, sir. So as we mentioned, folks, we're probably going to be with you a little less than another hour tonight.
And then we will be back next Friday. We're not sure of the start time yet. And
1-2, I'll take your 911.
appreciate all your supportive comments. And
Copy at 1464 Sherburne, within 16 meters of first squad with this.
what was that on Sherburne? Sherburne address.
160, copy at 13 minutes.
Avery, copy.
13. I think it's 1400 block or. We're southbound on Snelling. There's Hamlin University. I mentioned one on our left here.
181, put me on investigate with 1 St. Clair and Cretan, please.
Copy at 40 minutes.
You get it?
Address? Okay. Is it 911?
Yep. Hang up. There's my first yawn.
124.
TBV 725 Raymond.
Copy 50 minutes.
In the area.
Copy at 50 minutes.
You know, if like this church here.
Oh. Is that a tape on the right rear?
Definitely looks like an Impala with a little bit of tape
Copy
on it.
1650 Marion.
Sure does.
We gotta run this plate.
Echo Hotel Delta 087.
I don't know if that is tape though.
No, it's not, but
It's got a broken light though.
316.
Yeah, we gotta run that one.
We'll be clear with the report. Address 16.
what are we on, Simpson?
Thereabouts. Well, hey, I've never actually seen a guy with a stolen car back up and get it parked properly. Have you?
This one over here.
181, code 4.
Copy code 460 minutes.
4121, I'll be on the block.
We're running the registration as we
Copy,
sit here.
ma'am.
Make sure we. Oh, they look like.
Yeah. Hi. Good. How are you doing, folks? No problem at all. A car just like yours was stolen and ran into a cop a couple days ago, and we just confirmed it's not the car.
Copy 10 minutes.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yes. Did you have a good one?
Wonder. I'm still full.
That's what I gotta say. I am so full.
Uh-huh.
I want to just run, but I got two bad knees.
Hey, what's that shirt? What's that shirt say? Space Station. What is that? Is that a gaming company or what?
I don't know. A friend of mine got it from the Mall American. I'm just winning.
I like it. I like it.
All right, thank
I
you.
like it.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
3278, Highway 61, with Edward Robert X-ray 293.
Well, I saw the squad up here coming off the Sherburne address for the 911. We got a 911 call from a phone that's a cell phone somewhere in an area. The squads are checking it. If we don't get further follow-up calls, those are usually just accidental dials, but I think we're going to head down to Highland Park and help out down there with all the great work going on. Alliance Field, home of Minnesota United soccer. Someday they're going to develop this entire area here into an entertainment megalopolis. Is that a word, megalopolis? Probably not.
I think so. I think that is a term.
I think, like I said, I like soccer, but I'm, of course, more of a traditional football guy. But, I'm always talking about opening a restaurant with you. Maybe we should come down here and make like a British pub, soccer fans, that theme.
Right.
It could be any soccer. Some type of if the Vikings don't start winning, I'm going to have to become a soccer fan. That's the other thing.
Squad 121.
That's what I'm thinking.
121. See, unfounded with 163. Copy, squad's clear at 19 minutes.
God bless soccer fans. It just moves a little too slow for me.
Well,
but what incredible athletes they
they're
are.
unbelievable athletes.
I mean, they're running
Unbelievable athletes.
constantly for an hour.
Yeah, basketball players are amazing athletes too. I mean, you do have to have complete physical stamina to be running a basketball or soccer, as opposed to football, which is a unique skill set, and I love to death. But your average play is 8 seconds long, and then you're in the huddle for 25. So, obviously, during that 8 seconds, you're taking some hits, but football's evolved into such a passing game. it's amazing, some of those receivers. Yeah, the quarterbacks are great. I love to watch them, but the catches some of those receivers make are every year get more amazing.
Absolutely.
So we're in McAllister Groveland area here, sort of part of Marion Park, McAllister Groveland, on Fairview, south on Fairview at Marshall.
215 23,
Oh, we apparently have a lot of
Copy 21 man.
scammers back on the page tonight for some reason, but we block them as we can.
Just ignore them if you can. Sorry about that.
Don't even respond to them. That's the best way to deal with them. Pontiac G6.
Just in a little bit of a hurry there, huh?
2133, clear squad advised.
Yeah, a little bit of a
5, probably on our way out right now.
Landrew, Penrose, D. David. Not color, male, no plates.
This is the infamous shortcut to the freeway, but I don't think it goes through anymore. It used to. Used to be able to get.
1222.
We love it when cars we're following go home, right?
Yep. Let them know we're not a carjacker.
You can cancel 315.
315, you can stay clear.
Copy, thank you.
That's 1222.
Well, I guess we're backing up now.
553 Papa Lima Bravo.
I have your route to the 911, 761 Central Avenue West, within 9 meters. Call back onto voicemail.
Hi. Where are you headed? Where's that at? Okay, how come you just pulled out of there? Well, I just wanted you to stop and get out of your car and kind of. No. You're just in a little bit of a hurry. We're just making sure that, we got a lot of burglary problems down here in the neighborhood, so we're just making sure everybody's safe. What's the address here?
656.
Pardon me? All right, very good. Have a good night, son. Thank you.
Is there another car? Roger, starts from 1702 to 1742 7th Street on occupied stolen.
Trady, you can put our disturbance back and
That's West 7.
we can head that way.
Wait, copy at 24 minutes.
1700 West 7th
Squad
Street.
280 is 656 code 4.
Let's see what the cross street there is.
Yeah, I'm going for it now.
Probably says in a
Copy at 24
can.
minutes.
You said occupied stolen, right?
Correct.
Forty-four, 38, clear by.
Copy 24 minutes.
Looks like right at 35E. Yep, right at 35E.
Okay, thank you. That is very helpful. Well, let's just run down Snelling then, huh? You think?
Yep.
Or, we can go to Fairview. We'll see which way they go.
4470.
This empties out down to Tavern.
I'm actually going to be rerouted to 1 Mendota Road west.
I'll leave this one on 2 for now.
Copy, 25 minutes.
Right by the speedway there. In fact, it might be in the speedway lot now that I think about it.
280-656.
280, go again.
We are out with 656.
Copy, 26 minutes.
Is that it, you think?
I think so. Oh, I think it's this one right here.
2055.
Hold on a second. What do we got here? Do they have it yet or not?
It sounded like they were actually out with it.
Somebody's out with something, but we gotta check the CAD. It's hard to check all these computers at one time.
Squads 124, 112.
Yeah, St. Paul's been picking off these stolens we've had on our list.
Well, that's the thing, when there's less
395
people out.
Fairview Avenue North, apartments 3 and 4 for loud party. And they also noted that they're screaming as if someone's getting ready to fight. Comp requesting that you enter off from the alley.
124, copy. 112, copy.
Well, we think that there's 2 squads out with that stolen at the speedway, so
That's 027. Squad 128.
no urgency getting down there.
28.
761 trip Central's going to be at domestic now. They called back advising the boyfriend's refusing to leave and threatening to take gasoline to the house. Does not have it with him. He was physical with the mother.
Copy that, we're on scene.
On scene at 20 minutes.
Good. That's the Jeep that was stolen just last night. That they have. Another one to scratch off the list.
Yeah, when there's less, I mean, it's unfortunate for the people that can't go out, but when there's less honest people out in their cars, it makes the percentages of catching people.
Squad 228, 224.
Go for squads.
46 4th Street East, the Minnesota Building, Unit 1005 and a domestic. Comp's boyfriend, Daniel Moore, has the door blocked.
Oh, there you go.
Refusing to let Comp leave.
That's one of those.
56-year-old black male wearing black jacket and brown pants.
Try swiping.
Squad copy.
Good 29 minutes.
Just gonna shut that off.
It says call ended for one and one person active for the other. Weird.
You're plugged in. No, we didn't need you to run it. We just needed an update on what's going on because we don't always get the updates, you know. So it tells us how urgent it is. So if you can keep us posted when those updates come in. Bye.
Okay, I got it ended. I just went to it and ended it.
My phone won't even turn on.
You run out of juice?
No. I don't know what happened there.
Here, I'll tell you what. It's just like mine.
So we are in South Highland Park on Fairview, headed down below the hill to 7th, and down here in the Edgecombe Road area, somewhere not too very far from us, is the infamous Joe Souchere. Joe Souchere of radio and newspaper fame. Joe, thanks for all your years of journalism. Always got a little bit of...
We're close to that.
Yeah. Okay.
Squad 188.
I'm going to punch it in.
Can't be far at all. Has it been dispatched?
Don't believe so.
188.
It's right here on Dameron. Take a right.
And a Boston copy of shots fired. 1951 Sheridan Avenue. One caller so far heard 2 gunshots, then 1 more coming from the east of that address. Nothing else seen or heard.
I think it's right here.
Sheridan should be 2/10 of a mile up.
At 32 minutes.
Okay, and then to the right.
Yep.
Other side of the tracks, huh?
Yep.
Okay then. Whoa.
That sounded like a firework, I think.
It sounded like an explosion. I don't think it's on this side of the tracks. I think it's probably on the other one. But we'll go here.
One eight. 188. We're down in this area already. It's sounding like fireworks. We started one go off.
Yeah.
Copy. 33.
That was a big old M80 though, huh?
Yeah, it was.
Big old M80. So if you drop down to the hill from Highland Park, you're on West 7th Street. It's kind of the technically probably not considered Highland.
Squad 118, 121. 118. And a Boston copy of domestic. 825 Seal Street, apartment 904. Comp stating that his wife stabbed him in the neck. Still gathering info. 121 copies. 102 copy. At 34 minutes.
So we've kind of driven down. That was definitely west of us, though, that explosion, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So if we go up Cleveland here, we'll see. There's a railroad track down in here somewhere, too. Sometimes kids go play down there. There's the squad just checking it out.
Squad 328.
188.
That's from me.
188.
Just be advised, both parties have been drinking.
Got another call
That's not
Very
cool
many
of that
questions,
person
but
to
didn't
do.
say that the male does have a knife in the house.
Cleveland
There's
area.
been physical occurrence past.
Just tell them to call 911.
188, that's the fireworks that we heard.
Okay. 35 minutes.
Copy, and there's another call in my pen.
Oh, looks like it got
Probably
deleted.
going to be related to this 1629 correction Sheffer reference about 4 gunshots.
Copy.
1629 Sheffer.
What's the address?
1629 Sheffer.
188, you can just get that in.
Copy, at 36 minutes.
Hi.
We got somebody watching.
I don't know. Let's hope. Everything okay?
Squads for the alleged stabbing. We don't have much more information. The comp and the wife seem highly intoxicated. They keep hanging out.
Going down.
Hello?
Address, please.
Address
125
4th
on the block.
Street East, unit 1005.
121 out of the block at 36 minutes.
I think it's 115, same traffic.
150, copy.
Could you start working at base? Want to call it a day? Copy at 36 minutes.
115, is there somebody you can be able to let us in?
We sure don't get down here much, do we, Pat?
No, we don't.
Kind of a shame. There's the bridge over the
We
tracks.
can try. We called back and the female half answered the phone.
Yeah.
Seemed
I had to
highly
predict
intoxicated,
it,
saying false charge.
Setting them off down on those tracks.
Yep, I'll bet.
Sneaking off down there. So we're on Cleveland, northbound. So we're looking for CTP for the Yukon, right?
Right. CTP 488.
115, which unit are we going to?
904. Have you made entry?
So we're coming up on the
Negative, we're still working on it.
Highland Village
Look up at 904.
Shopping Center on Ford Parkway.
Okay.
Thirty-eight minutes.
121.
Clear.
We haven't gotten any apartment yet. Let's give medics coming to get the door open for us.
Okay.
It's a great little community down here in Highland Park.
Yes, it is.
Historically, and a big development being planned for the old Ford plant that closed down. They used to build the Ford Ranger there. For a while, they were the only place building a Ford Ranger truck. Built a lot of other Fords over the years, but just want to introduce you to Ford Parkway, Highland Village. It's tons of great stores. There's a mini Target there, Starbucks, Panera Bread.
They're 23.
Let's just go down here, the strip mall here. Patina is an unbelievable store there. Half price books. Von Hansen Meats.
Oh, yeah.
We got one of those up in Shoreview too. Leanne Chin's. Jimmy John's.
Truck 215 with a squad was at 54th Street on 6 people on the 3rd level, refusing to leave, possibly doing drugs.
We'll keep going down here, but for a minute I gotta turn. I gotta show you the Highland Theater. One of the old style theaters we used to go to movies to right here. Of course, everything's closed now. You can get a ticket sometimes for 99 cents at the Highland Theater. What was showing there? It's right
Be
now.
safe and...
I think that's what it's for us. Be safe, see
Oh.
you soon. But $5 Tuesdays.
I love the Highland Theater and the... what's the... Grand Fair... What's the one on Fairview and Grand?
Grand View.
Grandview Theater. That's right.
Grandview Theater, yep. They got real popcorn. By the way, there's an Alchemy
make sure she can come let us in.
workout area. And if you saw the news, they're struggling to keep pay their bills because they're all closed. So they're having a sale tomorrow and Sunday, 10 to 2 tomorrow at their uptown location. Alchemy to help sell some equipment to keep them afloat during this pandemic. So 10 to 2 tomorrow and Sunday at the uptown location there for Alchemy 365 workout. Very professional workout company.
Advisor 112.
How would you describe a mini Target? Just a very downsized version of a regular Target store.
Yeah.
Not as big a selection.
They should put a smaller circle, just the inner circle on that. Chris Green. Oh yeah, we gotta we'll go down
The
here.
address area close squad picked it up. I actually had to go to 538 St. Peter with a squad to assist. Happened here, someone throwing possibly blocks of wood in the apartment.
21.
And hearing a female yelling, leave me alone.
So Cleveland and Jefferson, Memphis Alpha Hotel, Alpha 276.
Eric's Bike Shop. Now, I don't know if it's still here, but for years,
Sister.
we went and got pies down here.
At Baker Square.
Baker Square.
4-year-old Asian female.
I think it is still open.
I don't
By the name
know.
of Ava Kang, wearing blue coat, black pants.
We're gonna see. I think it's that building.
There it
right
is. It is Baker Square.
Is it still open? Or it's
Yep.
closed now. And that bridge right ahead of us, the Ford Street Bridge, goes into Minneapolis.
042.
And the Ford Dam is right down the river just a little bit. The Mississippi River is right there. Baker Square right there.
73.
We had a lot of cherry pie in that place.
In fact, somebody on the Highland Park Facebook page made a comment the day before Thanksgiving about how amazed they were at the production line they had going, putting out pies that day,
Really?
getting ready for Thanksgiving.
That's awesome.
You can change the fireworks and this will be cleared at 101.
And let's just say you won't find a finer grocery store in America than Lunds and Byerly's, right?
Yep.
So
That might be worth it.
what we got going there?
Alex has
Cleveland
a car
and
stop.
Jefferson?
Cleveland and Jefferson, yeah.
All right. So here we are at Lunds and Byerly's, and we got an officer that has a car stopped. He's been stopping a lot of suspicious cars tonight. They got two T-Mobile stores here in the same within one block. Yep, there's a whole category of great stores. Kowalski's is another one up in our neighborhood. You know, we got a Lunds and Byerly's and a Kowalski's.
And the original one just a little ways up the street at Grand and Hamlin.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Clear right.
Because we spend a lot of time at White Bear Lake, we use that one all the time. But we got the Kowalski's right there on White Bear Lake, and then we got the Kowalski's at 96 in Hodgson. And what a great family! I know some of the people involved with the store. Just an awesome family. So thank you, Kowalski's.
Someone was commenting that they were
55,
in the Kowalski's. I think the one up by you.
Okay.
And a
You guys have a good
woman
night as well for some.
working at the store walked up to a random shopper and told the woman, I want to, put this sticker on and you can have this complimentary.
Bravo 382.
And the most expensive thing she had in there was some turkey. And she didn't want to be greedy and ask her to put it on there.
Yeah.
She said, put it on the bananas. That's fine. Well, the woman went and put it on the
Bravo
turkey
382, I don't show you
so
on.
she got a free turkey, and it turned out it was Mary Kowalski.
721
Mary
Arcade,
Kowalski.
M&H.
Yep.
Should be there until
Very
03.
nice person. Her father, of course, had a tragic incident.
Copy out with 1 at M&H. 044. 215. I'm right at the DOC on 10th. I'll take that one first, then I'll head over to Cullen.
425 right.
Copy. Would you like another car to start that way until you're code 4?
Negative, I'll take care
We
of it.
left you off camera, officer.
Thank you for 10 minutes.
No rush. Take your time.
21 code 4.
21 code 4.
273, we can take the disturbance on Sherman.
Copy 313 Sherman, apartment 3 at 47 minutes.
Bravo 3 and 2, that'll be advised.
Oh, yeah. Somebody mentioned Cecil's Deli. Oh, what a great spot.
Bravo 3 and 2, can you confirm your long number over the air for me? Just don't show your long number.
Famous for their Reuben, but my favorite is the
986.
Some Like It Hot. Hot peppered pastrami and pepper jack cheese.
516 code 4.
46 minutes. 112, copy. Oh. We'll notify Central as well.
Yeah, we're down here. He has a squad, a car stop.
Sorry, Bravo
Can't see it right
789.
where we're at.
I'm at Cub Foods at 1440 Uni.
They
Got a mail
passed
across
us when we were on Rice
stated
Street
that
earlier,
somebody
actually.
shot at his vehicle while he was on University. If you could have that district squad respond.
Copy 124.
They're out.
Copy. Bravo 789. Can we get a time lapse?
I'm working on it. I'll let you know as soon as I know.
Copy.
It's up on Como.
Zero and 6 will be out with a female.
You all good, officer?
Yeah, I got Mountain Dew. You guys thirsty?
Well, we got a giant fountain one. You hold those for another night, though. Thank you.
Well, I know there might be an overtime shift out of you, but I want to make sure you're hydrated.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for... you're doing an awesome job down here in Highland Park. The Highland Park neighbors really appreciate you, so... Thank you. Somebody said there was an explosion up there, or
Up on Como?
well, I think that's where she lives. And text us if you heard an explosion up in the. Someone just we're not really can't keep track of these comments, but I thought I saw that there was an explosion. So let us know where you heard one. We were down here in Highland, but supposedly there's another one someplace else.
Bravo 789.
They said their whole house shook. Sounds like Transformer.
Yeah.
Bravo 789.
But who knows?
Bravo 789.
Occurred about 5 minutes ago at Snelling and University. Suspect vehicle is a black pickup truck. Last seen southbound past, so from like the area of like St. Anthony here.
You monitoring that?
Mm-hmm. Black pickup.
Bravo 79, copy. The shots fired occurred about 5 minutes ago, Snelling and University. Suspect vehicle is a black pickup truck. Last seen southbound Pascal.
Pascal ends at Marshall.
21.
Last Marco again.
21.
That's what makes it so hard. I mean, a couple of these St. Paul officers are taking this Highland Park crime very seriously, which is great. But when you have these shots fired calls going and you know your fellow officers could potentially be a danger, you feel an obligation to leave Highland Park and go up there.
Right.
So that's why...
There's squad to start to assist 215.
That's why you can't
273 on the way.
273
you
copy.
can't really cut 40 officers.
78 10th Street, point of St.
By
Paul.
the way, just a reminder, if you haven't sent your letter, on Tuesday of this week, the St. Paul City Council is going to discuss the budget, the mayor's budget, probably make a decision on whether to reduce the department by 40 officers through attrition. So, if you've had a chance to send your letter, call the mayor, whatever you got to do to get your input.
124, I'll notify the boss. Copy.
We're looking for the trucker going to the bomb.
Yeah. He'd have to
do both.
He'd most likely have to go east or west on, well, he would have to go east or west on Marshall if he was south on Pasco.
I don't know. There's some type of explosions going on. We had a report up by Lexington and Larpenteur of an explosion. We got a caller on the west side saying they heard an explosion. Could be down by the river. We weren't too far from the river. Someone saying maybe it was, I don't know, could be a car driving around throwing M80.
102, we copy that recent transmission. 102, copy at 51 minutes.
223, code 4.
Copy code 4, 15 minutes.
273,
After 2 minutes.
286.
286.
273, slow everybody down.
Squad 9 on speed slow.
We got something coming here.
286, don't see from our location, first road to telling you terminology is +3.
It's pretty much a black pickup truck, yeah.
181, what was the make and model on that truck again? We were just told a black pickup truck. Bravo 79, do we have any clarification on make and model for that suspect truck?
You want to run it?
Yep. Bravo Foxtrot Victor 658.
And we need to run it quick. Oh, maybe not.
Copy squad 282, you can cancel.
Squad 124. 282, 23.
Copy at 52 minutes.
What are we turning on here?
I'm not sure.
Copy, no further info on the suspect vehicle.
Just west of, what are we just west of?
Show me on PT.
70 word cap, 53 minutes.
I hide behind the garbage can. Actually, I'm going to be close enough that he can't get out. Sir!
181, can you off squad 2400, Hull and Marshall?
Turn your car off, please, and throw the keys out the window. Thank you. Mind getting out of the car, keeping your both hands where we can see them? All right, there you go. Very good. Why don't you step back here, keep coming right to me. Keep your hands where we can see them. Keep going, you're fine. You're
21, what do you have at
walk over
Howell and
turn around,
Marshall?
Turn around, walk backwards.
Oh yeah, investigate Renee away with squad 2400. Copy at 54 minutes. Are they code 4? Are you guys code 4 there? Yeah, we're good. We don't need any help. Copy at 54 minutes.
Where you coming from? Where's that at? Oh, it is. Which way did you come down? I'm listening.
Is it Patrick Scarpasi?
Huh?
Is it Patrick Scarpasi?
Yes.
Okay.
166 traffic.
Mind if we peek underneath your seats? that okay? Pat, why don't you go ahead?
94. We're on the Pascal ramp.
We just want to let ourselves know that
Delta 1.
there aren't too many black pickup trucks coming down Marshall right from where that.
Copy 94 in the Pascal ramp.
We're sorry for inconvenience. You live right here? Pat? Sorry for inconvenience.
Squad 121.
121.
No assault occurred. Nobody was stabbed. All parties TK'd. Mark advised 115.
I was going to tell you, the other thing is, I think your tabs are expired, right? You haven't got them yet?
Copy clear at 56 minutes.
You did? Sorry about that. Well, Black Friday, huh? It's a lot. Black Friday. All right. Thank you very much. Sorry for your inconvenience. Is the car registered at the same address you live at? Because normally they should get the tabs to you by now. They're only about 3-4 months behind now. Yeah.
Squad 329.
Thanks, Alex.
329.
I would just
I would
go into one of their stations and just tell them, hey, I need my tabs. All right, buddy. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
They are requesting medics and the calls transferred over there. Copy.
I was sure that was going to be it.
Well, it's coming from the right direction. There aren't many black pickups out right now, so came right where it would have been coming from.
21, mind if it's an AOA 10A device. 21, copy, yeah, 57 minutes.
Well, we're nearing the end of our night here, folks.
So that 166 is status. Oh,
166 is code 4 at 50 minutes.
Hey guys, big fan of yours. Watching Night Sergeant McManus is at home on his time off, and he can't get enough, so he's watching the live stream tonight. So.
Well, he's one of the finest sergeants ever to serve this department. Finest sergeants ever to serve, and he's an expert in gangs too. So, gotta give him that. But I gotta tell you, you guys are doing a great job in Highland Park. His whole team, they really appreciate it. So,
University.
all right, see you later. Thanks.
Talk to you, sir.
John McManus.
Copy.
Haven't seen you in far too long. Glad you're watching us tonight.
This is his district. 106, I think, is his number.
I think so too.
106.
Move it clear from this. A little bit back from what's disturbing.
Copy of 50 minutes. That's about 656. 36 on channel 1.
Some people just have a knack for solving crime, and John McManus is one of them. And it's great. The best part about having a supervisor that knows how to do the job is all that pressure that sometimes can be on you is relieved because your supervisor understands.
Knows what's going on.
Exactly what you're doing.
361.
And talk about somebody who knows how to get along with anybody.
Yeah.
Justin.
Yep. I think his brother's a judge or something, isn't he? Dakota County, or was a judge?
I think now that you say that, I think you're right.
Yeah. And I think his mother wanted him to be a judge too.
Huh. Well, he's a good judge of character.
Yeah, there you go. hear something. What do you hear there?
I think it was music.
I think you're right. It's definitely the radio. Well, we appreciate your supportive comments and letting us know you appreciate with this. And if you haven't read, go scroll back on my page. If you're a new viewer, take a look at the posting, well, I suppose a month ago for the newspaper article as to why we're doing this and what the purpose is. And it's not designed to be entertainment. It's not designed to be educational and informative, give you a picture of what the officers are facing, and also to get an idea for how they handle things. That it's not always it's nothing like the television shows. That's the problem. People assume it's like TV, but it's not. Most of the time we're just talking to people. So just rest assured that we're trying to rebuild relationships through being transparent, showing you rebuild that trust that sometimes gets torn. And I gotta say, it's amazing how many people are supportive of what we're doing, Pat.
It really is.
So anyhow, if it helps us. We're not trying to be well known, but we would like people to know our industry and to know what our industry is about. So if you can recommend this broadcast to your friends, not tonight, but whenever, that helps us get the message out that, cops are trying to be servants. So help us spread it any way you can.
Absolutely. Someone commented, Tim McManus is John's brother.
That's what it is.
7156 Tango. How's your
129 clear the cat. 121. 129 clear at 103.
The House of Sleep.
7156 Tango. Stash.
I just like the sound of that. The House of Sleep.
That sounds really good for within about the next hour and a half or 2 hours. My house will be the House of Sleep.
In the parking lot, cops slamming his
So we're eastbound on University Avenue at Hamlin. Still got lots of businesses around here that are boarded up, haven't recovered from the riots and looting here. Nowhere near the devastation that Minneapolis incurred, though, of course. But
225.
225.
Yeah, it's a very sobering experience to drive down Lake Street, Minneapolis now.
Spots clear at 104. Spots channels 1 and 2 are patched at console 1 at 104.
we're going to head down University Avenue, and when we get to the Capitol, we're going to call it a night at 111. 111.
4469.
That was my original squad
4469.
number.
Yes, it was.
111, me and Finnegan and Bob Luna.
Copy at Maplewood Toyota at 104.
Quickly, as soon as we could get to 115, we got to 115. Occasional 110, working the emergency car, as they would call it. We would process fingerprints, be a camera car. Remember, all the expertise that we had at that time was fingerprint powder and cameras.
That was about it.
Nowadays, it's DNA recovery, just a wide variety of other skill sets.
It was big old Chevy Suburbans, the camera cars drove around in.
Yep. That's exactly right. So what I was going to say before, we're probably not going to be back full time till Friday night. but there's a lot of earlier broadcasts on the Facebook page. There's 60 total on Facebook. YouTube has about 20 of them. But please go back and watch some of the earlier ones to learn a little bit more about our town.
Spots 2 and 3 and 2.
Learn about the town, learn about the police officers in St. Paul and the surrounding areas, the deputies of Ramsey County.
416 on a DOC.
Get a good look at
somebody possibly throwing
what law enforcement is doing out here.
And heard a female telling a male to leave her alone. And
It is overwhelmingly good things.
Reference a domestic at this address.
Two and 3, copy.
At 106.
We'll test that camera out sometime during the day this week, Pat.
Oh, good idea.
See how it works with. It's supposed to have a new stabilization on the 12 Pro Max. A secondary stabilizer. Camera's supposed to be better. It's supposed to be 5G.
3 to 9.
So we'll see.
That's one of the advantages of if you watch this on YouTube, subscribing to the YouTube page, or if you watch this on the Live on Patrol Facebook page or Bob's Facebook page, to click the follow button, and you'll get notified when we do those spur of the moment Live on Patrols.
Yeah. 223.
Copy. 223.
Coming for now. Can you add you that St. Peter Street better call for PWC purposes?
Copy 106.
614.
You're right, Minister license 749 uniform Mike Romeo.
I checked the lot on 314's call. Nobody's there, so clear GOA of 314.
Copy 108.
314, do you copy?
We copy. Thanks, Jeff.
No 108.
Well, the official shopping season has begun.
Yes, it has. I'm not a big fan of going into stores, so I'll probably be doing most of mine through Amazon Prime.
1329.
Well, just remember,
Just for clarification,
it's not the gift that matters, it's the thought and meaning in the gift.
That's right.
It's like we have visitors that have phone and have the address of 604. I was just looking where the call came.
Even a good picture of a great memory in a cheap frame can be a very heartwarming gift.
Absolutely.
No 109.
Just to remember the moment. Now I know some of you are saying,
316.
if it comes to
Clear this advised.
when it comes to a gift, there's nothing better than jewelry, right?
Absolutely. Boy, I don't know how that thought suddenly popped into our minds
When
at the
in
same
doubt,
time.
when in doubt, you know,
They do believe it's actually a senior
jewelry is always good.
It was like a subconscious reminder.
I was talking about if I was getting a gift, not if I was giving one.
314 traffic. 314.
Well, this was, you timed this just about perfectly, Bob.
Alpha, I'm sorry, it's a Wisconsin plate. Alpha,
Well, people are probably getting tired of me seeing our state capitol, but I never get tired of it.
Never.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful
Copy
building.
Union Berry at 110.
proud to have it in our city. You know,
Absolutely.
proud to have it in our
53
city.
copy. 110.
And so, what do you think? What do you got? Any closing comments there, Patrick?
Well, folks, thank you for joining us tonight. I hope it was interesting for you, this Live on Patrol.
Score's 9173.
I guarantee you it was for us.
Yeah, well, it was a fascinating chase. I'm glad that if
7-3.
You saw it all in that chase, right?
Most definitely.
At 2055 Kenny Road.
So, folks, we will see you a week from tonight at 9/11, if not before, on a spontaneous feed.
Okay. Thank you, Pat.
All right. Have a good night.